Take off the arm around your chest. What's left inside? Lying, licking your blade. You really bleed if it washes away. Take a ride, rough as you can. Tell you a secret, right as your dogs are closing in. I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. Tell me the walls are closing in. Into the fire and born again. Taste the pain and drink it in. I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. Louder the bite and the bigger the blade. One seat on a throne, one foot in a grave. Louder the mouth and the bigger the flame. Do you really bleed if it washes away? Louder the bite and the bigger the blade. Louder the bite and the bigger the blade. One seat on the throne, one foot in the grave. Don't tell me you bleed if it washes away. I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. Tell me the walls are closing in. Into the fire and born again. Taste the pain and drink it in. I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. I like it when the bite marks. Tell me the walls are closing in. I like it when the bite marks. I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. Straight from the gut, Khuck cast in the mix. Laugh through the chaos, let the signal slip. Every line a curveball, every take a spin. Life's too short for a polished grin.
Life's a janky live stream, better say it with your chest. Every pixel a punchline, every moment a shot. When the internet gets weird, you take the best of the lot. Real talk, no frills, every take a spark. Find the gold in the noise, like the fuse in the dark. I'm the glitch in the algorithm, cracking the code. Laughing in the chaos, let the good times overload.
Straight from the gut, Khuck cast in the mix. Laugh through the chaos, let the signal slip. Every line a curveball, every take a spin. Life's too short for a polished grin.
Hit the live button, let the chaos fly. Find the truth in the pixels, let the punchlines collide. No retakes, no rewind, just a moment in time. Hit record, hit the gas, hit the punch. Find the good.
Gucci. They use cheat codes, but we don't cheat though. No cliff notes, homie, we don't need those. Come on, and just take the high road. I'm trying to fly though, wanna touch the sky, but still lie low. Never watered down, even with the hydro. Vaporize the hate so I don't have to keep my eyes low. Hit Oslo, get it in Norway. Cleanse palates with the callous man sorbet. Doorways open up, yup, more cake. Soon enough the sweet turn sour, more court dates. We burn it down though, and just live it up. It sucks ass when they ask about a living trust. I don't have one, cause I don't have shit. And when I do, I'm probably gonna just stash it. It takes time for the interest to make sense. It makes sense for the linguists to invest. I've been blessed with a brain and some rhythm. Those hairs too square, I'm the tortoise and I'll win it. Come on. But we carry hope, no politics, but y'all should probably vote. Don't involve me, I live for the stereo. Right side, left side, middle path, adios. No label when you living independent. Rent is too damn high for my pension. Like the lottery, the way it just rubs off. Opposite of Jimmy McMillan, I take the gloves off. And take some cheap shots, fighting for the beatbox. I'm throwing down harder than the dude who beat Brock. I'm more able though, but still murderous. On the beat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Khuck Cast. I am your host, Mrs. Khuck. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How are we tonight? Hope you all are doing good. Hello. I don't know about y'all, but it is finally starting to be fall around here, and I could not be happier. And I'm sorry, Calamity Girls, that you had to go back to work. I understand. but I'm good but I hope that you had a good vacation. So hello everyone. Yeah, I could not be happier. Fall is finally here in St. Louis, and I could not be more thrilled. So yeah. We're supposed to get some rain, I think, sometime this week, but after we had the storm, Ivy, I'm ignoring you. After we had our rainstorm for like all day Saturday, ever since then, it's been cooler now, which is nice. I hope it stays that way, but we shall see. So, we didn't get a transition at all. We went from 100 degrees to suddenly 50 to 60. Ooh. Well, we technically went from... No, Ivy, I'm sorry. I wasn't ignoring you. I was ignoring your comment, sir. But yeah, no, we were in like the 80s, I want to say. 70s, 80s, around there. And then, then after that big rainfall that we had on Saturday, it suddenly became fall again. So we were like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm excited. So yes, finally... fall weather is upon us, but hello, chat. Enough about this. I hope that you guys are all doing fantastic. Let's see here. We have a rather interesting stream for you guys tonight. I am very excited to go over this story. As I mentioned this last night, I know that people are talking about this, or some people have been talking about this, which is, I know that, I think, oh, who did I see cover it just not that long ago? I think it was Morale. I think Morale covered this too at one point, and I know Dinky Jabbo did a video on this, which we'll get to. So this story is rather interesting, but we'll get into that here in a minute. But first, for those of you who were not here, most of you were. Most of you were here last night, but tomorrow, unfortunately, doesn't look like that there's going to be a stream. Zeldacast is out tomorrow too as well. I have some stuff going on tomorrow night, but depending on how long like things take tomorrow night, will depend on if I can or not, and how late things go into. I don't think that I'll be able to, so just don't be on the lookout for it. But if I can, if I can make it work, I want to finish the interview that 10 out of 10 did with the Real Housewives of Alberta about JF. I want to see if we can finish that and get that done. And then if not, then we'll figure out sometime next week to do it, like I said. And then Thursday, also for those that were not here, will be Rose Malay. Rose Malay will be here on Thursday. As far as I know, it's still on. Nothing has changed. And again, I'll get into more detail of that on Thursday and set up what I am going to expect out of this and things like that. Talked about it a little bit last night, but we'll get into more detail about that on Thursday. And if all plays out well, I don't know if right now I have IRL plans that are currently in the works for Friday. If it falls through and if we can get it to work, Mr. Khuck and I might do a members only stream where we play in his Minecraft server. If we can. If not, then we'll have to figure it out. But either way, stream for Friday is also going to be up in the air. So, I don't know yet. We'll see. So. Oh no, she's not going to bully me. She's not going to bully me. What do you mean my plan? People, you don't even know what my plans are, sir. What are you talking about? Anyway, hi people, but it's, yeah, I'm not. I've already got some stuff planned out. I'm prepared for what may or may not happen. We'll see. So, yeah, she can't bully me. She can't. Nope. And I won't let her. So, but I did say this though last night that I do intend on having it be respectful, for us to be calm, for us to be civil. But if it turns into something that I don't want, or that I feel is going to be redundant, or we're just going to continuously loop on something, then I'm ending it. So, yeah, because I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. You don't know exactly what I had planned. What are you... People, I swear to the Lord Jesus. You do not know what you're talking about, old man. But anyway, yeah. We'll get into more of that on Thursday, of what I expect, of what the expectations are going to be for the both of us and for chat, and we'll go from there. So, I don't want to get too far into it because obviously we're not quite there yet, but we'll get more into it on Thursday. And Nintendo Mail, I got this. All right? Don't worry about it. Chat, all of chat, I've been hearing your guys' concerns over this to a certain degree, and I understand them, but we got this. Okay? I invited her on for a reason. I wouldn't have invited her on if I wasn't prepared for what was going to potentially happen. Again, I'm hoping for a nice civil conversation. If that doesn't happen, then we'll see. So.
Wait, I'm confused. Like, when I'm going on Google, I have to go back to Google the...
Cool Anime Girls,
like,
true.
How am I supposed to get to Google's homepage?
Cool Anime Girls super chatted $5. Chat, follow regular rules and don't go too crazy. We know she's crazy, but don't get too wild on Thursday.
Very true. Thank you, Cool Anime Girls, for the 5. I appreciate it. So, anyway, but yeah, and I get that, Platinum, and all of those that would prefer...
Wait, I'm confused. Like, when I'm going on Google...
Crash, thank
I
you
have
for
to
the
go
5.
back
Thank
to
you.
Google to Google the Google. Because, like, how am I supposed to get to
Oh my
Google's
God.
homepage?
328 Crash super chatted $5. Okay, Khuck, I've got The Exorcist booked for 9 p.m. Thursday. The Exorcist of Emily Rose Mullet is a go.
Oh my God. Really? Really? No, and Rocky and Platinum, and for those that, obviously do not feel that they can come to that on Thursday because of the situation, I totally understand. I hope that we'll get, I'm sure that we'll get, obviously, some people here, but again, you know, I respect those that are not wanting to come because of that. I get it. So, anyway, so let's go on with tonight's subject here, shall we? So yeah, this story has been making its rounds a little bit here and there. Oh, excuse me. Some creators have caught wind of this, some haven't yet, but this is a rather interesting story. So, wait, what? Have I been door dashing and posting porn on TikTok again? You caught me, people. You caught me. You caught me. Yep. You caught me. God damn it. How'd you know? That's not a reassurance. Oh my God, Crash, shut. Jesus. So. But yeah, this is about, so kind of a little bit of spoilers here, chat. So this story was brought to me, like I said yesterday, I said this a little bit last night, from Victor Burns. Victor Burns sent me this over the weekend. And it's a rather interesting story. So, I'm not sure exactly when this happened. I think it says here I think the date of this is less than a week ago, I want to say. And it's a rather interesting situation that has occurred. So, what I have here is, this is what started it all, for the most part. And I'm going to go ahead and play this. Give me 1 second. I thought I had it, but I guess... Okay, hold on. Let me pull up Victor's DMs here. Let me get that pulled up here. 1 second, chat. I thought I had the original video, but I guess I didn't pull that one. I should have. Hold on. Oh my God! Crazy Cat Lady! Holy shit! For the 20 gifted subs! Holy moly! Thank you so much! Oh my God! Oh, Eva got one! Nerdy John got one! Buddy got one too! Let's go! Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Look who got a membership, chat. Jesus Christ. That is insane. Oh my God. But thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. Fucking hell. What do you mean I cucked you? Whatever. Oh, okay. You know what? You're one-guying me right now, people, and I don't appreciate it. So, you bought here. Yeah, Vincent Martin of all fucking people got one. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. Thank you. I don't know, Clement. You know what, though? To be fair, oh, Rocky, oh my God. To be fair, you don't necessarily have to be in someone's chat or even lurking in someone's chat to get a membership. It is so unbelievably random. Or he could be hiding in chats. That very well could be the case too. Don't know. But you were going to stream this too? When? I didn't know that you were going to stream this. When was this supposed to happen? Get memberships when they are gifted? Well, he was like a while ago that I remember, but that wasn't, I don't know. That was, again, he's been in here once, but that was like, I want to say over a year ago. So, yes. So, anyway, but yeah, this, people, I swear. So anyway, but yeah, this story, is insane. So, let me pull up Vincent's DMs here. And see, there it is. Victor, oh my God. Victor's DMs, Jesus Christ. And see if, okay. All right. So this is the video that started it all, or the TikTok, I should say, that started it all. All of this started on TikTok, chat. all of this did for the most part anyway. A lot of this started on TikTok. Okay. So let me get to this. Okay. So this is the girl that's in question. Her TikTok handle is, what is it? Is IRL Monster High Doll. I don't know if her real name is involved in this or if it's been released. I don't know. But this is her. This is the crazy lady that started it all. Okay. This is the tweet. This is someone else tweeting this for her. I was going to write an entire article about this woman. I even reached out to her. However, I discovered that instead of leaving the customer's meal at the door as instructed, she enters the customer's home, found him asleep on his couch with his pants down at his ankles, took pictures and videos of him, and posted them all over the internet. She then claimed she had been sexually assaulted and filed a police report. So here is the initial video. Okay? This is the video that she had posted first. Watch this.
So Doordash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working.
Okay, so she says right here that they have the money they have her money in their account. I think that gets brought up later. I think that she did end up getting it. But let's just say this, chat. Let's finish this real quick and then I'll get in more.
Literally working, and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Okay, all right. So that's what started it all, okay? Now, there's a couple of other things that came up too. So this is the initial video. Yes, Nintendo Mail, I had this one too, but thank you. So yeah, this is what I think, if I remember hearing this, and again, we're going to get into it later. This initial video, this is the video that was found out after the fact, okay? This is the original video. Now, from what I remember, and from how am I getting this all wrong? Okay, people, you know what? Okay, I'm in live. Come on. How am I getting this wrong? Uh-oh. People, are you there? Is Discord being stupid?
Oh yeah, and fuck you, Khuck, you dumb bitch.
Of course it was. Hi, people.
Can you not hear me?
Yes, now I can. I don't know why we were having a hard time connecting. The same thing happened last night. So what did I miss?
Okay. So the girl initially, you've got the first video that you've got that one. Okay, so she put the video up, but then TikTok took it down because it's fucking porn. It's fucking porn. You can't put porn out there, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so I would be real careful in showing this video here. Okay, you might want to skip the first just a little bit, honestly, because I don't know. I don't think you can see the guy's,
No,
package,
you can't. No.
Well, okay. But YouTube, you know how YouTube can be, right?
Okay, so that's not the censored one. Okay, it doesn't look like it anyway, but let me double check that.
No, because it's not. I have that tweet, and that's not.
Oh, from that guy? Okay.
Yeah. Because like I said, I was researching this story. I had a thumbnail. I had a really cool thumbnail too, better thumbnail than what you had.
Well,
honestly.
I didn't know that you were going to be doing this. I'm sorry. Jeez.
Well, I didn't know. You know what? From now on, every story I work, I'm gonna send to you, and I'm gonna say, "Hey,
You know
Huck,
what, Hush?
I'm gonna do this story, so please don't cuck me."
I didn't know that you were doing this. How the hell was I supposed to know, sir?
You're supposed to know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're just
All right.
supposed to know.
Am I?
No.
Wait a minute.
No.
Hold on a minute. Why didn't you check with me to make sure that I wasn't doing this story?
Because
Yeah.
I'm Peepaw and you're not.
Turning around on you.
So anyway, so she put that out, right? And do you actually have her TikTok channel? I'll help you out here. Do you have her TikTok channel?
Yeah, I think I have it on. Well, I'm looking for the edited video.
Well, I don't know if there's an edited video out there. It doesn't matter. I mean,
There
because
was.
that part of the video is just a
Okay.
few seconds. It's really not that.
All right. Well, then I'll skip forward then just to be on the safe side.
The
so-
bingo hall call. They look for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen. Hey,
No, I got it.
328 Crash. I want you to do me a favor, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
I want you to go over and I want you to get in the corner, and I want you to play with your little spit bubbles, okay? And just watch the little sparkles of dust floating in the sunlight beams. Okay, you're good at that. Just stay in your lane, okay? You'll be okay. You'll be all right.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, no, I got her TikTok pulled
Okay.
up. So let me get
Yeah.
let me go back to the actual tweet, and I'll skip forward a little bit. It's fine because I don't want.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
won't
I
have it-
like I
I
say, it may be fine, but I just don't want you getting.
Well, from the looks of it,
Yeah.
it's not, and as you can see, it's probably not. So I'm just gonna go for safety's sake. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and move forward a little bit.
Sure.
So okay, hold on 1 second, chat. Yeah. Okay. So essentially, basically, chat. She like zooms in on the guy on the couch, and you can clearly see, and I'm not going to show it, chat, because I don't want to get flagged or nothing, but his pants are down around his ankles. He is asleep on the couch with his pants down around his ankles, and it looks like that he does not have any underwear on at all. And I'll just give
Yeah,
you,
I think.
there you go.
I'm pretty sure I think the guy was passed out.
Yes,
honestly.
he was
I
passed
think he may
out.
have been. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now-
go ahead.
There is, and I don't know what all you have or what have you, but there are or has been a person that's come forward, and of course you know how this is. It's the internet, so take it with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
But there's a person who's come forward that says that they are friends with the person that this was done to, right? This says they state that the person has was ring cam. He has a ring cam in his place, and that his door was not open.
Okay, so
And-
that was the
and-
debate. That was the debate as to, and again, when the question came up as to why the door was open to begin with, people were saying initially that the door was open already. Just the screen door, that's the screen door, was showing, right? But then shortly thereafter, like a day or two after or something like that, was when it was apparently being talked about that she opened the door herself. Why the fuck would you do that?
Well, that's what this person said, that this guy has ring cam footage where that she opened it or whatever.
Has
now,
that footage been released that you know of?
No, I haven't found that anywhere. And not only that, but this chick has caught so much. It's kind of weird, right? She has a little bit of support. There are a few people that are supporting her and you know what have you, but a lot of people are like really flaming her pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to her TikTok account, she hasn't posted anything in.
Well, not since the 16th. The last thing I have is right
so-
here. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's been like 5 days, and she was like posting like boom, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Doordash actually put out a statement.
Now that I couldn't find. Were you able to
Okay,
find
well,
that?
hang on. Yeah, I got that. Hang on,
Okay,
I'll
thank you.
shoot it over to you there.
Thank
Hang
you,
on a
thank
second
you.
here.
Yeah, I wasn't able to find it. I was trying to look for it yesterday.
I think this is this the one here? Yeah, okay. Let me find it here. And this is from the official DoorDash TikTok. And why DoorDash has a TikTok account is beyond me, but whatever. But anyway, that is the official. I just sent that to you.
Who doesn't have a TikTok account nowadays? I'm just saying, especially us younger folks.
Yeah, I guess whatever. Yeah.
I have one, but only to scroll and use it for recipes. That's it. That's legitimately
Honey child,
it.
if you're getting recipes off of TikTok, you and I got to talk offline and help you out.
Hey,
Lord
no,
have mercy.
Some of them are pretty good.
No, never, ever.
Really?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh well.
No. Okay.
I mean, not all the time, but it's. I have done it on occasion. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the official statement from DoorDash. We'll go ahead and do that right now. So this is from 5 days ago. We've seen some tough and sensitive posts over the past few days, and we want to clear the air. No one should ever have to experience sexual assault, harassment, or abuse, and DoorDash never deactivates someone for reporting it. Full stop. Yeah, I didn't think that they did any that was I didn't buy that for a second. We take these reports incredibly seriously and work closely with law enforcement to investigate and support those affected. In this case, the Dasher let us know about an experience that made them feel unsafe, and that's exactly what we always want Dashers to do. Our team immediately began investigating and has been in direct contact with law enforcement and is prepared to fully support any of their efforts. So what I initially heard, people, and maybe you can fill me in here if I'm missing anything, was that DoorDash had her money that they were holding on to, and that they didn't give her the money right away because they were investigating this, or DoorDash messed up with this. They did not act perfectly the way that they should.
So here's the deal. I don't know. I'm going to say this. I don't know how DoorDash works as far as, do they pay you out every evening at the end of your shift that you sign out or whatever, or is it once a week?
It's every 2 weeks.
Okay, every 2 weeks. All right. So if that's the payout schedule, right? And if it wasn't the end of the 2 weeks, I don't see how they messed up here. They could have suspended her account or terminated whatever, but if the pay period was not until whatever X date, right, then they would have gotten paid. I would have figured she would receive her funds on when that pay period was over with, right? Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their policy is concerning that. Some companies have a policy, I'm sure, that if they terminate you from employment, but here's the other thing too, right? You are what's considered, when you DoorDash or you're any of these Grubhub or any of those type of things, you're what is same thing with YouTube. You're considered a private contractor, right? No, not an employee. You're a private contractor, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not holding taxes out on you. You have to, you're not getting you have to pay your own taxes at the end of the school year, right? Or the end of the year, whatever. You have to pay your own taxes. They're not paying. So that's what I would say. Here's the deal on that is, when that 2 week period was up, she would have gotten her money. I don't think just because she got terminated in the middle of the night because she posted porn of one of their clientele, that means she, instantly gets paid there. So.
Well, so from what I understand, Mr. Khuck did some door dashing a couple months ago.
Okay.
And he hasn't done it for a while, but, he can do it whenever he has an account. He got that all set up.
Yeah.
But
sure.
If I remember correctly, because he thought the same thing, that they would get paid after they were done dashing. They would get the money right away or the next day or something like that.
Yeah.
But apparently how DoorDash works is that they're like a regular job. They pay you every 2 weeks or something to that effect. But you know what, actually? and I don't know this for sure, but
Yeah.
I think he had the option to either get paid weekly or biweekly. I think. I don't know that though. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering that. But I
Yeah.
know that it was a relatively good amount of time, a normal amount of time, if you will, from like a regular job. And
Yeah.
so, but again, that was a while ago that he did this. This was a couple months ago, and I don't remember him getting paid right away, even after that. So again, I don't know. It's a bit. I don't remember exactly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
But anyway, let's continue. Yeah, continue reading the.
Okay, however, posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. Well, yeah. Unless okay, now in an extreme situation, if the guy or the girl or whoever was at that house was being violent to them or doing
Sure.
anything like that, then yeah, she would
Sure.
be well within her right to record and all of that. That would be a different situation. But that's not what happened.
Yes. Record, yes. Post it on social media, not so much.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Turn it over to law enforcement to,
Yeah, I agree.
as far as the investment of the, for their, their investigation into the case, whatever. 100%. Posting it to social media, no,
I agree.
not so much.
No, I agree. Yeah. Not everything belongs online, people. Just saying. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, however, posting a video of their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is the sole reason that this Dasher's account was deactivated along with the customers while we investigated. Makes sense? We've also ensured that the Dasher has full access to their earnings. So there you go. Because the money came up into question as to what, because she brought it up in that initial video, I guess.
College football.
Okay, so anyway, we know that these are sensitive situations, and we want every Dasher to know, if you ever feel unsafe or experience something concerning, come to us. We're here to listen, act, and support.
Okay.
Okay.
So question. Let me just throw this out there because this is what everybody's really fighting over or arguing that I've seen online about this. So the girl claims that she was SA'd.
Yes.
Because she went to make this delivery. The guy, the client said, drop my food at the door. So, and in the video, you can see the video, she did drop the food there at the door, but then she goes back and she, because she steps away and then she steps back towards, and she goes up to the door. Right. It doesn't look like she actually goes into the premises, but she goes up to like whatever, and she videotapes this guy that's passed out on his couch. And yes, he is his pants are down around his knees or his ankles or whatever. Right. I mean, what have you. So do you feel like that constitutes sexual or SA? I'm gonna say SA so we don't get no trouble here.
No, I would say that it's, for me personally, is that a bit awkward and weird? Sure, but it ain't my house, not my circus, not my monkeys. I would 100% say that is, no, that's not sexual assault. No.
Actually, Crash, I think what he ordered was a foot-long cheese coney from Sonic.
Nah.
So,
ew.
Here's the deal.
Go ahead.
I don't. Okay, like I said, there has been, but I take it with a grain of salt. There was a person that showed some screenshots of someone stating that they were friends with this guy or this guy, and that he had ring cam that showed that the girl actually opened the door, and so forth. I don't know if that's true or if that's just someone, putting some nonsense out there to cause even more hate towards the girl, period. This is kind of one of those deals where I don't necessarily think that this constitutes SA.
Mm-mm.
I do think that it is very peculiar that this guy is crashed out on his couch with his willy out.
Yes.
Now, if this guy's been partying or something, who's to say that? To me, what I think is, if the guy's intoxicated or on other substances,
Right.
or a combination of said, things, and he's ordered, food to be delivered or whatever, to me, I think what kind of is logical is he may have had the door, what he thought was a jar, or maybe even the wind could have blown it on open or something.
Right.
Maybe he had a jar to kind of hear the person.
Oh yeah, that's a good thought.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And who's to say he wasn't saying, it's because I don't know what night this actually happened, if it was like a Friday night or whatever, and he didn't have a date, he didn't have a girlfriend or whatever. Maybe he decided, hey, I'm gonna rub one out or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I mean, that would be my thought.
and he passed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or
and
he just passed, or he just took off his
Yeah.
pants because he's one of those people that might sleep naked or something. You never know.
Who knows?
And he
Who
just
knows?
happened to fall asleep on the couch.
And here's what I will say. If he came to the door, right, and he was naked from the waist down, and he did that, okay, now we got a problem, right? Because yeah, that's probably something that could be looked at as probably like public, possibly public public, what they call it, indecency, something of that nature. But if you're in your house and you're naked, that's not against the wall.
No.
It's not against the law to be naked inside your house. So I like I said, I don't. And like I say, if something turns up where, in fact, she did push, like if she saw him in there and then she pushed the door open to try to make it, because let's not forget, if you go and watch a lot of these things,
Wait, I'm confused.
a lot of these
When
TikTok
I'm
stuff
going
she
on Google,
makes,
I have to go back to Google the Google. Because, how am I supposed to get to Google's
she
homepage?
sensationalizes, and there was one of the, and I think it's in that video that you have, she talks about, she makes a statement, and it's something to that kind of alludes to the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, we might want to watch the rest of the video, but because it has been a day or two since I watched the video.
No, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. So chat, like I said, I just skipped over like 6 seconds. I just, did that real quick just to avoid any issues. But we have a super chat crash for 2. This girl wouldn't last one day at a Waffle House. Yeah, that's very true. I would have to firmly agree. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Crash, for the 2. So, all right. Let's play this and see what happens.
That's fucked up. Hey guys, so Doordash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why.
Okay, so we watched this. Her meltdown. We watched this. Okay, and then this is the one that she uploaded on 10/16, I believe. If I were, or it was okay. Well, it's the second to last one that she did. So here's the next one.
Days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA.
Okay, so this was on October 12th.
By a Doordash customer while I was doing my job as a Doordash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my 3rd time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just...
Okay. What are you talking about in there to where you're getting strikes?
Well, she posted.
Well, besides
naked.
that.
Well, that's it. That's
Oh,
it. I
was
mean,
that
that's
the
the whole
only
thing.
thing? Okay.
I don't use TikTok, right?
Uh-huh.
But if you're posting a video that you took of somebody inside of their home,
wait a
naked.
minute. Did she keep reposting it? Oh, maybe she
Yes.
kept reposting.
Yes.
Dumbass.
I saw someone referring to it as like calling it even revenge prawn, right? I don't think it constitutes revenge prawn. It's definitely moronic and stupid and to do, but like I said, I think there's a lot of things kind of being thrown around. Of course, you know how the internet is. They sensationalize and what have you. But
gotcha. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But that's what she was doing. She kept posting the same video. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
moron. Okay, first of all, okay, hold on. Hi, Nerdy. To be fair to her, even talking about these subjects can get you striked. When I tried to upload shorts for Dave on TikTok, I would get a lot of them taken down due to his swearing or the subject. Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But here's my thing though, right? Is that I don't know. Maybe not try reposting that if you know that it's going to get taken down. If you've done it, doing it once and it get taken down, okay. Maybe there was some type of error giving her the benefit of the doubt, but not multiple times.
Khuck, you don't understand. She was S8 and she's being silenced and she wants her story out there. How dare they, so.
For real.
Yeah, exactly.
Banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the Doordash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me.
Bro.
I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes.
No, you don't say.
But yeah, I reported it to Doordash, and Doordash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, Doordash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my Doordash account back. Doordash deactivated me. Doordash punished me for exposing my assaulter. And TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police and the police are doing nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you should have done to begin with.
That's what jogged my memory. She never reported it actually to law enforcement.
I have to go back to
right?
Google
And then, and this may be the video here, maybe it's the next one, I'm not sure. She makes a statement. She goes, she was really upset because the video that she originally put up had like tons and tons and tons and tons of views, right? I mean, it went viral as you would, would expect. I guess I have
spread all over, yeah.
And so then it got taken down, and she was upset because she wasn't going to get paid for that either. And then finally, after DoorDash said she wasn't getting her account back, after TikTok kept silencing her and wouldn't letting her tell her story, she then finally went to the police, right? And the police is like, "What do you want us to do?" The guy, it's not like he came out and attacked you. It's not like he walked to the door. You walked up, he was passed down on his bed, out on his couch, and his dick was out.
Yep.
We can't do anything about that.
Yeah, exactly. Unless he chased you with it, there ain't nothing that we can do.
Yeah. It's kind of like this. I was watching this show, one of these cop shows, or whatever, and there was a woman who in an apartment complex, another apartment complex was across from him. And she kept calling the cops because the neighbor across the way was doing naked yoga. Right. And so the cops said, "Look, listen, man, just close your curtains." And she was like, "Well, you don't understand. He's over there and he's just out everywhere." Right. And so finally, I don't know how many times the cops got called back, and finally the cops were like, they went and got the person, came over, whatever, and then the lady's like, "Do you like wine?" And he's like, "Red or white?" She goes, "I got both." He goes, "Yeah, I would have a glass." And so they left him, right? Because the whole thing was, it wasn't that she really was offended that she was seeing her neighbor across the road doing naked yoga.
Mm-hmm.
She was just upset because he wasn't doing naked yoga on her.
Oh God. Oh my God, that's so pathetic. That is so pathetic, bruh.
Hey, look.
That is so.
Now, I'm not saying that's what this girl was upset about, but the thing of it was, is my point is that the guy was in the confines of his house.
Exactly.
Just because you looked through a window and saw him naked, there's nothing that law enforcement can do about that.
No.
They're in the look at close your curtains.
Exactly.
A person has a right to basically, you know.
Well, and you know what, though, people too, and this wouldn't be any different if it was even a pizza delivery driver or somebody like that happened to see that. Because again, well, most pizza places are either corporate or franchise, you know, whatever. And they don't run like DoorDash does. But still, it's no different. It's no different than that. It's no different than a pizza delivery driver finding this out, or she happened to be doing that, or if she was a Jimmy John's employee and was delivering something. Hey, it ain't no different.
Back in the day, I was a pizza delivery guy, and I got a order came in, whatever. And of course, they rotate around delivery guys, whatever. My time was up and to go make this delivery. And it was to one of those peephole places. You know what I'm saying? Like where guys go in and watch the movies, or they had the dancers that they put the tokens in or whatever and open up whatever for so long. Yeah, it's one of those really good seedy ones, right?
Oh God.
And so I was like, I don't know, like 18, 19 years old or whatever it was, right out of high school and whatever. And, I had to go deliver one of them things, and I was pretty naive and kind of green, and, it was something to, because one of the girls had, whatever. And of course they tip, and I really didn't even want to touch the money. I'll be honest with you. I was like,
I don't blame you.
Jesus.
You're a pizza. Oh my God. Now people are going to make that into a porno. You delivered them pizzas, R.I.P. I'm done.
There you go.
I'm done. I'm sorry. But yeah, Little Caesars refuses to deliver to your place. Crash, I wonder why.
That doesn't shock or surprise me at all. Really, it doesn't.
Oh, Platinum, if you want to, I'll let you tell your story here in just a minute, I promise. Let's get through this, and then I'll get to you here in just a few minutes. So let's finish this up. So this is her bitching and moaning. Okay,
hey guys, it's been a minute.
Okay, so this is her last update that she made. This was 5 days ago. This is her last one on her TikTok. As you can see, it's the same one. So yeah, there you go. So
4 hours, I know. But I have an update as of October 16th, 2025. But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's really making me feel so validated and seen and heard. Okay. And that's really helping me through this tough time. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update is, last night I was made aware, a bunch of people started commenting on my pages that DoorDash made a public statement about me on their TikTok story and on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details, but what I am going to say is I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting you know this right now. The people that saw their public statements and made me aware that they made those public statements knew why I lost my job before I did. Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements. Like literally within the same hour.
Okay.
So they sent me my deactivation email explaining my reason for being deactivated a whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I already submitted my appeal, and about 12 hours after they had already denied my appeal. they finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me.
So explain something to
I
me.
and
Maybe
the rest of the
maybe I'm just too old here. But honey child boo boo, you did everything publicly on your social media platforms.
Exactly.
You blasted the dude out, right? And there could be issues with that, honestly. I mean, there could be she could be literally facing some legal ramifications from that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I'm not talking about necessarily, and not about fact her inside the house. She videotaped the guy naked and posted it online. Now, I'm not going to call that revenge porn because I don't think that's what it is, but there are still laws about videotaping somebody that is nude and them not knowing about it and posting it online.
Yep.
Now, that's okay. You blasted your employer, which was Doordash. You blasted them. You accused them of holding your money, keeping your money from them. You did everything you could to make this a very public spectacle, and then you want to sit there and moral clutch and grab your higher, greater than these sympathy beads around from your neck and sit there and say, "Oh, they did it publicly and they didn't." Fuck you. Who cares?
Right.
Bitch, everything you did was public.
Yeah.
I guarantee you DoorDash didn't want this public, but honey child, you made it public.
Yeah, public, ma'am.
Exactly.
I love that joke. I love that Ron White joke.
Ron White says, I didn't want to be drunk in public.
Public. I wanted to be drunk in a bar.
I want to be drunk in a bar, but they made it public.
I got thrown into public.
Public. That's right. You got me. You got the tater. So
I love that joke. It's a classic. Oh, we quote that almost on a regular around here. Like,
yeah,
seriously,
you know
that's
what I think cracked me about this whole thing is she wanted to moral grandstand and pearl clutch at the end of this whole thing about how, like, she was somehow terminally done wrong. And like I said, listen, I can be sympathetic. You know, walking up and seeing a person naked like that would be a little bit, you know,
off-putting. That'd be a bit
off-putting.
Yes.
I get that. I would be a little bit, you know. And here's the thing: she should have done was she should have delivered the food, as you know, took a picture of it to verify that she delivered the food. She should have then promptly notified DoorDash to what happened. Let DoorDash do whatever DoorDash is going to do, suspend that guy's account or whatever. That's fine. Right. But she's a typical, how do I put this? Content. No, I'm not even going to do about the age. I'm going to just say this is a typical content brained person to where everything has to be video and put on the internet for everybody to be seen. Right. And there are times and places where things occur that, you know what? And I'm not even saying that you don't videotape, because sometimes, yeah, you need to document and you need to record it for prosperity's sake, right? To back up your what you're saying as being factually true. I get that. But you don't have to put everything out on the news wire for everybody to see. That's where, you know, that's where she fucked up. And she fucked up. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. And she's just not taking any accountability. She's just blaming everybody else but herself. Ma'am, you are the one that made it a big stink about this. Okay, again, as people just mentioned and I just mentioned too, walking up to someone's door and seeing either a man or a woman half naked on their couch is pretty shocking to see, because that's not what you're expecting to see, okay? Just human nature. But you're the one that made a big stink about it. You were told to drop the food off at the door and to fucking bounce. You didn't do that. You took your video camera or your phone, whatever the fuck you used, and you zoomed in on the guy. Like, what is the matter with you? That is such an invasion of privacy. I can't even start. I can't. It's just, Wookie, shut up. You are not always expecting it. Wookie, if you're always expecting that, then there's something wrong with you. More than I thought. But anyway. Yeah, no, it's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. Anyway, but yeah. So, was there anything else with this on the, as far as like TikTok
No,
goes? Okay.
that's like I said, I can send you.
There's a video sent.
I've got one other thing I can send you.
Okay.
Let me find my story notes here.
Well, yeah. Once Peepaw sends us what he has, then we'll watch Dinky Jabbo's video on this.
Hang on, here was that. No, I didn't save it. Dadgummit. And the reason why I didn't save it, and I wasn't really going to go over it, was because like it was just a person that was saying, and they showed some screenshots, and it was just some comments under one of the TikTok videos, just saying that like I told you, they were a friend of the person that was videotaped, and they had but none of that's come out. There's been nothing. So like I said, I'm leaning more towards that was just probably somebody that was just adding fuel to the fire, because contrary to what she says, it has not all been, peace and kumbaya for her. There, if you go to TikTok and you type in Doordash girl, there are some people that are making videos and not ripping her to shreds, but also like just clowning on her, making videos and stuff. I mean, really roasting her pretty hard. So.
Oh, Dinky's
anyway.
video was hot garbage? Oh. Well, never mind then. Well, wait, because I saw some of it, Rocky. Was he mostly just like not reporting it properly without all the information, or how was it bad? Because I saw some of it, but not on this. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Never mind then. Okay, I was gonna say, because I saw some of his video on this, and I thought that he had some valid takes on it, but I guess not. So I heard that the guy, hi Squatchin, hello my dear. I heard that the guy had doorbell camera footage. Has that surfaced yet? That we know of, no. Peepaw said that earlier. That got brought up earlier, Squatchin.
Yeah.
We don't know if that has been or not.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Squatchin. I kind of took that with a grain of salt, because like I said, it was just a couple of comments underneath one of the TikTok videos. But there's been nothing else, And the thing of it is this too, right? If there is truly video ring cam footage, because the guy said in the thing, he said that the guy had ring cam footage and it showed her opening the door, and that he was going to the police, right? Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, then I'm almost certain, right, that we're not going to see no ring cam footage on this deal, because if he's going to the police, which is what he should do, right? And they, should be looking at pursuing charges against her, because like I said, you cannot videotape somebody naked inside of their home and post it on the social media platforms. You can't, that's criminal act. So I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure he's going after her, for that.
Oh,
or at least I hope he is.
I would, absolutely. I would 100% go after her. I'm saying no, you do not ever do that. No.
And you know what would be hilarious is if that is actually the case and what is occurring, and she winds up facing criminal charges for this when she thought she was the victim. She's not the victim.
Yeah, she's not the victim.
This guy passed out drunk on his couch with his willy out. That's the victim in this deal. And
I'm stealing something that Rocky said earlier that had me dying, and it's also we're gonna circle back to Ron White. She had the ability to remain, she had the right to remain silent, but she didn't have the ability.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So.
I fucking love him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, do you want to stick around for the video, or what are you gonna do?
What are you doing next?
Hold on. I gotta pull in Platinum. I promised them that I would. So let's hear Platinum's retail horror story, chat, and then we'll go on to Janky's video. I see Nerdy.
Am I gonna need therapy? Am I gonna need therapy after this? Cause yeah.
We'll find out in a minute. Hello, Platinum. Welcome. Uh-oh. Discord's being silly. It was doing this last night too. Can you hear us?
Did you pay your bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain I know I did.
Does Platinum know how to operate a Discord? Make
I
the
would think so.
microphone work? Well, I don't know. I've never talked to the person
Neither
before.
have I. I would hope so. Platinum. Uh-oh. Yeah, we can't hear you. Try exiting and coming back. Okay. All right. Let's see if they'll come in here. Let's see. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Here we go. Hi, Platinum.
Okay, that's why.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Not too bad. Well, welcome. I think this is your first time calling in. I'm fairly certain anyway. Well, welcome in, sir. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
So
You ready
let's
for
hear
this?
your story. Let's hear it. Let's go.
Oh boy. So I'm Canadian. I used to work at Tim Hortons.
I'm sorry.
And so the
Hush.
drive-through microphones were all connected. And the supervisor and manager were hooked into this, by the way, so it gets better. So this guy drives in. One of the underage girls answers him, and he's like, "I like your voice, hun." Starts saying that kind of shit.
Oh, God.
He starts, like, saying some real rancid stuff.
So he was gooning on Maine. Okay, continue.
He was gooning on Maine in the
Okay.
drive-thru at
Okay.
Tim Hortons at
Oh,
12
God.
p.m.
Oh, God.
Like, midday gooning material shit.
He
He started saying, like, I should take you home. And then he comes up to the window. And then when one of the girls answers, he's like, which one of you are the ladies that's coming home? I pushed her out of the way and said, I'm the one coming home with you. And he drove off. So he drives off from this. And an hour later, he called my manager and tried to report me for sexual harassment.
Oh my God. How long
Not
ago
knowing.
was this?
Not knowing she was listening.
Oh my God.
She was right there, too. She saw it happen.
Oh dear God. Yeah, I can relate to all of the microphones being connected because that's how it worked at Wendy's. When I worked at Wendy's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
all
that's
of them
how
were
I got
connected on a
reported
certain
to
channel.
HR,
Mm-hmm.
and they laughed with me.
I would too.
I made a joke that made HR laugh.
Bruh. Get his name and call the guy. Well, how long ago was this, Platinum?
Oh, like 6-7 years ago.
Okay. But yeah, that's oh my God.
But
Bruh.
So, what kind of
Sorry?
candy did he have in the van?
Ironically, it was not a van.
Oh? What was it
was-
then?
Okay, so what
This
kind
is
of
the day
candy did he have in his F-150 pickup truck? Whatever, that's irrelevant. Did he have
He
good
didn't
candy, like Reese's Pieces or Reese's Cups, or was it like the cheap, like crappy, candy corn?
He drove off before I could get in.
Oh.
But you would have took the candy.
Almost
Wait,
likely.
I'm confused. Like,
Okay.
when I'm going on Google, I have to go back
He's
to
got to
Google
get his
to Google
priorities
the Google.
straight. I would take the
Because, like,
candy
how am I
too.
supposed to get
Hey, I'm
to this
diabetic. I need
homepage?
my sugar somehow.
Super
Right?
shattered $1.43. You worked at
Peace
Tim.
out.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
It works that way. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it works that way for me. I'm kidding. I am kidding. No. But no, that's funny. So,
Yeah, so
go ahead.
she thinks that she was sexually harassed. Nah,
No.
that's not sexual harassment. I've seen it firsthand. She's
Hold on. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, this story is actually kind of fitting for this soundbite here. I was told to play this, and it is rather fitting actually for this story.
His dick was out.
Did you
Sorry,
guys
I
hear
wasn't
it?
listening.
Okay.
What What?
Okay, let me play it again.
His dick was out.
What?
Silence.
Why was this dick out?
That would be Kristen Ark yelling out his dick was out. I have no idea why.
Why was Kristen Ark's dick out? And more importantly, why was he saying his dick was out?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it sounds like a moist critical clip. He's pulling his cock out.
Oh my god.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got sent that a while ago. That was my dodo sound for a while, people, until Fauci had to go not learn how to do Google. So, well, thank you, Platinum. I appreciate you calling in.
No worries. I gotta go.
Okay, have a good one.
You too. See it.
Bye. Well, that was a good call. That
I
was a good
swear
call.
to God, I thought that was Nintendo Mail for a moment.
It isn't Nintendo Mail. In waiting.
I
right
know
now?
it's not. No, I thought that was Nintendo Mail. That person and Nintendo Mail sound exactly the same.
No, they don't. Okay.
Oh yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Someone else was trying to say that they sound like Nintendo Mail. I can't remember who it was, but he gets that quite a bit, actually. I'm sure that he does, at least from us. All right, let's pull him in for briefly, and then we'll get to Dave's video. Nintendo Mail. He's in waiting. Speak of the devil. Hold on a minute. It will take 2 minutes. I promise.
There's
Hi,
nothing that
Nintendo
Nintendo Mail ever does is 2 minutes.
Wow. May we help you, Nintendo Mail?
I'm gonna be honest because I did some research this morning about this topic. I'm gonna be fair. Well, actually, no, I really shouldn't say it because it's gonna probably get me like troll. But I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt.
2 minutes, you said. Yeah.
I feel like she opened the door so that way, see what was going on. Because to me, this doesn't sound right. I mean, why would you leave the door open?
Well,
it's kind of like, no, I'm just saying because it's kind of like I understand if you're trying to look, for that perfect woman to get in. I remember saying that.
Well, the thing is,
oh my God.
That... Continue. Sorry.
But the thing is, though, Nintendo Mail, is that it's been said, or at least I think from what we gathered, it's been confirmed that she did open the door.
That's what.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah, so she initially the debate was whether or not the door was already open or if she opened it herself. And in Danky's video that we're gonna get to here in just a minute, he says something about the door that obviously has been disproven. So
yes,
but yeah, no, she opened the door. It was found out later though, to be fair to him. So
yeah, because I was about to say like, who opens their door? Are you asking to be robbed?
I mean, people do that. Sadly, people do that all the time. It just depends on what neighborhood you live in, I guess, or whatever. I would never do that, but yeah, that's not something I would ever do. But people are weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like. Obviously, in my area, there's like a ton of people that will just literally just like if you open the door. Someone could literally just go in there, steal a couple of stuff, and run back out.
I hope that doesn't happen, but I disavow. But yeah,
like, I don't know what kind of area like he's in. I don't want to find out. Just foretold. Why would you have your door open? Because you're asking to be robbed. It's just to me. And now, like,
that's a bit weird.
Hey, Nintendo Mail, would you take the candy or say no?
Oh my God. No.
Nintendo Mail, you would totally take the candy. You would, 100%. Don't lie. You would 100% take the candy.
No, I wouldn't.
Bullshit. Sir, I do not believe you. You would 100% take the candy.
No. No way.
Whatever, you're lying. Anyway. All right, Nintendo Mail. Well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Bye.
But again, again, he's just asking to be robbed. I'm sorry. Also, I don't know, like, this one's so dumb. Even my autism scale is like so fucking messed up.
I can tell.
The only autism scale that has succeeded to that point was Vincent, Martin, and Jar. Those were the only two that have exceeded the autism scale. Actually,
true.
Jar's at another level, and we're still studying on him. So
I ain't no more. I'm done.
you do that. We autism scientists will study more on Jar's.
Bye, Nintendo Mail.
You know, I know the perfect gift to get you for Christmas.
Who, me or him?
Yeah, no,
What?
you.
What?
A watch.
Oh, you know what?
And
Kiss my butt.
also too, the Beesums, River wasn't wrong. They sound the same. Yes, I told you.
I didn't hear
So-
it, but okay. I'll take your word for it.
So, anyway, all right. So, you said you got more?
Yes, there's a video that, like I said, Dinky Jabbo did on this. Let me see if I can find his channel. 1 second. Here it is.
Bring this to court under the.
This is the video that he posted about 2 days ago. But again, some of the things in here have obviously been disproven. He made this beforehand. He was talking about the story initially, so to be fair to him. But this is the video that he did on this, and it's rather interesting. So, one's in chat if you're ready to watch this. Mans can't go 5 minutes without talking about Zaku or Gundam. Who? Oh, Fishy? Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that with Fishy. Yes, 100%. People, are you having fun?
I'm having a load.
Like, when I'm going
Hi,
on
Crash.
Google,
Thank you for the 2.
I have to go back to Google the Google.
Let Fauci do his
Because, like,
thing.
how am I supposed to get to Google's homepage?
328 Crash Super Chatted $2. Danky Jobbo aka Race Swapped Quebble Cop.
The fuck? Crash, what on earth? Crash, oh my god. What are you doing? Thank you for the 2. Jesus Christ. Alright, so let's watch this, chat. There we go. Alright, let me fix all of this here. Oh, oops. Not what I wanted. Hold on. Alright, movie there. Why is this all jacked up? I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alrighty, here we go.
A Doordash employee was recently fired for sharing her story about what she claims was someone essaying her, and the videos have gone completely viral because of this clear injustice. However, over the past few days, new information has come out and it's all revealed that this story is nowhere near as simple as we originally thought. So I thought today we could take more of an in-depth look and try to figure out exactly what happened here, because I think all parties did things wrong at certain points, some more drastic than others, obviously, but there's so many grey areas, both morally and legally, that I feel as though most people aren't talking about. I feel this is one of those situations where the majority of people are taking sides. Like, you're either with this person, you're with the company, you're with the victim, whoever you might think the victim is. But no, this isn't a situation that involves side taking, in my opinion. I think it deserves more of a nuanced discussion. It's very necessary, in my opinion, to talk about the mistakes of each party involved to make sure stuff like this doesn't happen in the future, if that makes sense.
I mean,
Right off the bat, he's British, so he's fucking wrong. It doesn't matter what stance he takes.
have you never heard of him before, people?
No,
Oh.
he's British.
Oh.
Why the fuck would I listen to him?
You know what? First of all,
What?
British racist.
No, it's just that. Okay.
But second of all,
Let me just look. I'll put it. It has nothing to. It's the simple fact that they have a totally different mindset of things, right? So they come at a situation, especially a situation. This happened here in the United States. So they come at it from a standpoint of with a British understanding and not of an American understanding, and so therefore they're automatically wrong right off the go. So there you go.
I don't agree. But he has a rather interesting history here, people. I don't know if you know this or not, but does the name Louis McClung ring a bell?
Never heard of him.
Okay.
The
So
super chatted
there was another creator
$1.43.
named Lewis McClung
This
who made a
person looks
video
like a
about
race
this
swap
gentleman
turkey
right here.
Tom.
He was the former editor of I'm Alex. And
oh Lord Jesus.
he had accusations thrown at him by Lewis McClung and Katie Cataclysm. That was her name. Katie Cataclysm.
Okay, so
and
this cat here, this Dinky Jabbo.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was the former editor for I'm Alex, yes.
Dinky was. And he had allegations dropped against him. Was it a Google Doc? Is this a Google Doc type allegation?
I think that I don't remember if there was a Google Doc or not. Again, this was like
well,
earlier
okay,
this year.
not necessarily a Google Doc per se,
Google
but whenever
Doc.
there's a Google Doc dropped, it's always about this person. Somehow it involves some sort of sexual deviancy. So was that the type of allegations that were levied towards
pretty
this
much,
guy?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Without going
All right.
into too much detail, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So was there any tangible proof? Did they have text that they were able to show that showed? Okay.
Nope.
So this was somebody just decided, hey, I don't like this person, or this person said something that offended me, and some more. So I'm going to make out these allegations that are life ruination, and I have zero things to back it up. Right? Got it. Okay. But he still was the editor for I'm Alex, so he's doubly wrong.
He was.
I'll tell you something. If he was editor for I'm Alex, that right there has to make you question anything this guy ever did.
I mean, I can see your point. I can see that, but that again, I don't think that he was his editor for long. I don't know. He just used to be an editor for him. I don't know for how long though. I couldn't tell you, but he hasn't been.
Now, you
understand.
You understand. I'm Alex is the guy who sat there and told his girlfriend that he was going to bash her skull in.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But
All right.
I don't think that. I mean, that's guilt by association though a little bit though, people. Do you see what I mean? Because
I'm not saying that this guy is guilty of wanting to smash in I'm Alex's girlfriend's face. What I'm saying is I would question any type of decision or any stance that this guy takes simply because he made the decision to work for I'm Alex. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and I see your point there, but we don't know what the circumstances are as to how it was probably during the time when Alex was more popular. I don't know. I just know that he was an editor for him. I don't know when he left.
I'm Alex has always been a grade A piece of shit scumbag from day one. The only difference is that the shit got so rancid that it actually started spilling out and people started finding out, but he was always a douche nozzle.
Mm-hmm.
Always from get-go. And you know why? Because he's fucking British.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not all British people are like this.
I know. No, listen. I've got some British friends that I love dearly. They're sweet people, right? But guess what they don't do?
Mm-hmm.
They don't make commentary videos.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. But
do I need to qualify? If they're British and they make comment, the only exception to it is maybe Cavos. But even at the very beginning, Cavos was a twat.
Really?
But he finally kind of got his head out of his ass. He was a pretentious twat too when he first started making videos, but he kind of got his head out of his ass.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
British commentary are all twats.
Exactly.
I mean, I can. Jesus. Okay, Ivy has a question. What about Beckett?
I'll be honest with you. I've not really watched enough of Beckett to say one way or the other. So, but based upon track record, What about Reese? You don't think he's an exception, Peepaw? No, Reese is okay. Reese is probably, I would say, yeah, Reese is probably an exception as well.
Okay.
But in fairness, if you ask Reese if he's a twat, he'll say, "Yeah, I'm a twat." So,
I mean,
you
yeah,
know.
true, fair. And I think Beckett would too. He'd be like, yeah, and
Yeah.
to be fair, I think Beckett would say the same thing. But okay, so let me ask you this, because we're just on the topic briefly.
Sure.
Yeah, British Runner. British Runner's another one. Would you call
Don't
him?
know him.
Okay,
Don't know him.
Okay. Okay, fine. Fair.
You,
Okay, fair.
you have to. Okay, so for the guys, yeah, I'm really out of touch with anything to do, honestly, with commentary anymore. I pretty much have vanished if you haven't realized this.
That's fair.
And when I do make a video, it's usually it's real shit.
Mhm.
It's like news stories and things like that. I don't.
Well, and also, well, the thing is,
Hang on. You don't want people being like this to you. You should probably be a bit more thoughtful, Hunt. I am hated. What are you talking about, Rocky? I'm hated. Oh, really?
I don't agree with that, but you can think that if I don't.
Okay,
agree.
look. There are a few people that like me. I won't deny that. There are a few people that still tolerate me, right?
Mhm.
But I when I had my fall from grace, it's just the way it is. So, you know.
It's
And that's
over
fine.
a year ago. I mean, to me personally, I know. There are some people out there that don't feel the same way. I get that. But I don't agree with that. I mean, they are entitled to think that way if they want to, and I know that you do agree with that.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
yeah.
Well, Rocky, if you defended me and I thanked you for that, then I thank you. But I would just say this: nobody should ever defend me about anything ever. It's just I came to the conclusion that the state of what commentary is today, especially what I would call small commentary, which was what I was a part of, became so just, I don't know. I just didn't want to be a part of it. I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. Period.
No, and I get it. Like,
yeah.
yeah, for those that know you, like myself and Nerdy and others
Yeah.
that know you to a degree and know what has been happening, you know, you've been busy with IRL and you've been busy with life.
Sure.
And
Sure.
that's all well and good, and that's totally fine.
And
but
and,
yeah,
and another thing is I'm very, very, very selective on the things that I cover, honestly, anymore. And I was going to talk about this because I actually found this one kind of the perfect shit storm between just being completely and totally ludicrous and outlandish to, you know, this person just trying to you know, I don't know what the word is, moral grandstand, I guess. Especially when they, you know, when Doordash put out the statement, and she wanted to be all offended that they did it that way versus look.
Mhm.
And it's like I said, what I said. You did everything publicly. You attacked this company publicly. You tried to tarnish their public image. A company is going to, and especially the amount of attention that this was garnering, they had to make a public statement.
oh yeah, absolutely.
They had no other choice but to do that, right?
Mhm.
But back to what I said, there are I will revise it a little bit for Rocky. There are very, very few, and I could count them on one hand, the amount of British commentary creators throughout the history of commentary that were worth a plug nickel. Most of them were just pretentious assholes. And you know, and were just horrible. Really, when it all came out and as time went by, you know, how horrible they really are came to light. Alex is one of them. Now this guy here, yeah, I'm shit talking him. He may be a decent guy. I don't fucking know. But the fact that here's the thing is, if you are an editor for somebody like I'm Alex, you know, you can't tell me that you don't know, right? Because you're getting raw footage to edit, put together, and so forth, right? And you're part of an inner circle, so you can't tell me that he didn't know something. Now, I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Maybe this guy, when he's seen the writing on the wall and he's seen what kind of a person I'm Alex really truly was,
he did. He
walked away.
Yes.
He walked away. And if he did, okay, fine, good.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Good for him. Yeah.
Yeah, because and to be fair to him though, people, and this is something that I was getting at earlier, he didn't know anything related to him until it was brought to light. He had no idea. And it's just, he legitimately did not know. And again, I understand the correlation with him being the editor for somebody that is extremely controversial and has a history, and I get that. But he legitimately had no clue until everything came out about him. What was it, like last year or two ago now?
Yeah, but okay, but here's the thing about it. There were things about I'm Alex, right? Going clear back to like, when did Alex really start busting big? Like 2017, 2018? See, there was stuff back then that people in the commentary were tearing I'm Alex all apart, right? So what I'm saying is if you didn't know about it, it's because you didn't want to know about it and you didn't look for it, right? It's just like, why would you go to work for a company, right? It doesn't matter if it was someone like I'm Alex or some, big conglomeration or whatever, mega corporation. Why would you go to work for them if you don't do research into who they are, what they are, and how they operate? Why would you get into bed with somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? Don't get stars in your eyes and think, oh, I want to be an editor, and this guy's a really successful YouTuber, and that's really going to look good on my resume. No, honestly, no.
Well,
because it can turn around and hurt you, right? Like in this situation here, this from what you're telling me, I don't know anything about it, but what you're telling me is this guy wound up getting, allegations tossed at him that was nothing but hearsay. But, and the thing about it is he may have been able to successfully prove that everything they were saying was live, this, that, whatever else. But there's people still that have heard this shit that will never hear his side of the story and still to this day probably think that he's like a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
probably.
they heard these allegations.
Yeah.
And that's what and from what you're saying, what I was saying in chat, they said it was all because he was directly connected to I'm Alex.
To a certain degree, yes. And also because he made a joke to Katie Clism about Alex being like the annoying orange or something. I don't know. There was something related to that, and she took offense to it, and he was like, what is your problem? It was a joke. And it was this whole thing. And so essentially Katie Clism and Lewis McClung worked together to try to quote unquote cancel Danky.
Ruin this guy.
Yeah, and it didn't work because he had receipts to back up what was actually happening, and he denied everything related to it. Yeah. And he even explains, and if you want to go back and look on his channel, I'm just saying for point of reference, if you want to.
Yeah.
He does say in his response video to this how long he worked for Alex and all of that, and what his point of view was on that. If you want to go look at it, go watch it. But he does explain all of that. So
okay. Well, I might one of these days if I get bored.
Yeah, just watch it for yourself. Hell, I'll even send it to you right now. Hold on, give me a second.
Just go on entertaining your. We don't need to do all that shit. It's entertaining your chat, man.
Yeah, I'll send it to you afterwards, or if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
All right, let's get back to this video here, chat. All right, here we go. Yeah, they legit pulled a KP, 100%. Yeah, before KP was a thing, or we knew of her being a thing. Yeah.
So before we get into what actually happened, forget subscribing to the channel. I want to test out that new hype feature that YouTube introduced recently. So give this video some hype, but for consistency's sake, we've been uploading mad consistently over the past few days. In fact, I'm uploading again literally tomorrow with the whole daddy-daughter dream team stuff, so stay tuned for that one, folks. Either which way, if you enjoy the content and you're here for it, then give the video some hype, baby. Anyways, I think we should start with the original video of the alleged essay. Now, this video has been deleted and a lot of people have not seen it yet. There's also been a lot of misinformation that has gone around regarding this video. I'll play it for you now, obviously heavily censored, and then we'll talk about it. A man named Austin orders Doordash, selects the option to have the order left at the door, sees sees the DoorDasher, me, has a female name, falls asleep on the couch, in quotation marks, with his pants and underwear to his ankles and his front door wide open in 59 degrees Fahrenheit, so this is what I see when I have to leave the order.
Okay, so there's a censored one, Chad.
That's fucked up.
Now, before we start talking about the wider discussion here, I want to get some things very clear. For one, me personally, I thought maybe part of the reason why it was open was because of the heat, but no, it was 59 degrees Fahrenheit, so that can't be it. It was also nighttime, so definitely not the heat. Two, this bit at the bottom is very important because a lot of people have been straight up lying about it. It says that he left his front door wide open. So the very first telling of this story says that the front door was wide open. It wasn't just a peek open, and then she opened it and recorded the guy. No, it was wide open from the start. However, when...
That is not true. So this is where he got this part wrong. And again, he posted this 2 days ago. Since then, new information, like we said earlier, has been revealed that she did in fact open the door.
Well, we don't know that. Right? I haven't seen anything other than, like I said, those two little throwaway comments, but they have not been verified. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've seen something I haven't seen.
There was somebody that posted something, I think it was I'll have to find it. But I did see that it was revealed that she opened the door. I just can't remember who posted it. I was sent that earlier. So, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen anything other than, like I said, those throwaway comments, and I was like, you know. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree, Rocky. He needs to post an update. I agree.
When you check TikTok, it's very, very common and very easy to find videos like this floating around.
Another thing about this DoorDash girl, because so much new information is coming out and everybody's finally getting the straight story. I thought that it was a locked screen door and then an open door behind it, which I said in my original video, like, he could just be a freaky frog, and that's indecent exposure and all that. And, like, he could be a freaky ass boy, but you still don't, like, lean your phone to like, record inside somebody's house. Now everybody's saying, like, in whatever original video, she's saying the door was cracked and she pushed the door open and walked in recording. Man, shut up. Shut up. You better be happy that man didn't sue you. And you know what? I hope he does. I hope he finds a series of...
There you go, Misinformation Central. It's the fucking internet. It has become a common narrative that she opened the door after it being just a smidge open, when no, her story has been the same since the very fucking beginning. The door was always wide open. There is no video of her opening a slightly open door. It was always open. Now, before we talk about the actual video itself, all misinformation aside that people have been bringing up later, because, I mean, it sounds so fucking pick me to say, but I feel like a lot...
Yeah, Kevin, it was only said she opened the door. There is no video evidence. People have looked for it. Yes. So, unless the ring footage comes out saying otherwise and saying disproving whether she opened the door or not, it's been said and it's been, proven to a certain degree that she did open the door. But until the ring footage comes out, we won't know for sure. I guess is a better way to put that. So I'll retract my statement for now. The fact of her opening the door is likely, but we won't know for sure until if and when the ring footage is released. I'll say that. I'll retract my statement a little bit about she officially opened the door. I'll retract that and say that. So...
of it is just misogyny, just not wanting to believe victims. Because let's get one thing straight, this girl's a fucking victim. And that doesn't mean that he's not a victim either. He is, right? They both fucked up. I'll explain why in a bit. But I feel like before we talk about the video itself, let's hear her first, explanation of it on her TikTok.
For anybody who's interested, I commented, but my comment's getting buried in my comment section. I reported this to Doordash over 12 hours ago, and they're supposed to call me back, which is strange because I've reported a couple less serious incidents before, and they called me back within 1 to 2 hours.
Right, okay, immediately. You fucked up big. You posted the video to the internet for millions of people to see before you even told DoorDash, let alone the police. It would be one thing if the bloke come out of the door and picked up the food whilst he was naked, right? But he was sleeping in the privacy of his own home. Yes, the door was wide open, but let's be fucking real here. The guy was not sober. He's fucking inebriated on something. He clearly has issues. But you don't...
Or he could have just been passed out on his couch. Doesn't necessarily mean that he was inebriated, although that has also been talked about too. And whether or not he actually was or not, again, we won't know until the actual ring footage comes out, or unless he himself makes a statement. We don't know if he ever will or not. He could be, as we mentioned earlier, he could be in the middle of litigation against her and could be filing something against her, which if he is, good for him. Yeah, exactly, Rocky. If my DoorDash instructions say leave at the door, don't come in my fucking house, even if my door is open. Period. Yeah, I agree. That's why I feel for like DoorDashers and stuff like that. Like the amount of shit that they have to deal with on a regular basis is unbelievable. I'm sure that they have some rather interesting stories though.
End up in a situation like that unless there's something wrong with you. For all we know, the guy could have fucking OD'd and have been dead on that sofa, and then some lassie records him and posts his body online. And obviously that's not likely, but that could have been what happened, right? There are many explanations here, I think, to immediately jump to the worst possible, most malicious, I guess, thought of what this could have been and post it on the internet because of that when you know nothing about this guy is grossly irresponsible. It's one thing to record someone else's naked body without their consent. It's another thing to post it online for millions of people to see. I think it would have been perfectly acceptable if maybe you recorded the video and showed it to Doordash or the police. Because if someone is liable for some sort of crime here, then the police would have been able to handle it in the most appropriate way possible. Well, you'd hope at least. What doesn't help, and what definitely won't help, and what makes life worse for everyone is showing it to TikTok first. In situations where people tell their stories and the police haven't intervened in the best way possible and they fuck up and, a lot of the time they handle things horribly. And I think in that sort of case, if you still want to hold the bloke accountable, going to the internet could be a very good thing to do. But in this case, you didn't even try. It's like the first thing you did was go to the internet without knowing the full story. You just assumed that because you had a female name, he purposefully slept on his couch naked, pretending to sleep with all the lights open and the door wide open. And here's the thing, maybe that is what happened.
I actually probably should have made it clearer in this recording that of all the possible scenarios, I actually do believe that this is the most likely one. I do think that most likely he was doing it intentionally. But that's almost why it sucks so much that she took this route, because she's taken someone who was genuinely in the wrong and almost exonerated them of all crimes by handling.
Okay. This is what I don't agree with. Okay? I don't think that he did anything wrong. Intentionally. Right.
See, this is where I think this is what I was talking about. They look at things, and it's not just UK people, right? Because I have nothing against the UK. I'm just talking shit earlier, but other than I'm Alex, fuck him. But
fair.
When you grow up in a different country. And they have different rules, they have different laws, they have different, ways of doing things, right? Not that they're wrong, but they're just different ways of doing things.
Right.
A lot of times, just like if I see something going on over, like, for example, what's going over in the UK right now, and I see what's going on, with things, and I'm like, man, that's fucked up. But as an American, I don't understand all their laws. I don't understand all the ways that their mindsets about things. So to me, yeah, it's fucked up, but to them, it may not be fucked up, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So with him making this statement, how the guy was wrong, the guy's not wrong. Other than he passed out drunk with his pants down around his knees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why did you get that damn drunk? But I'm not going to cast stones,
right,
whatever.
Right.
But
yeah,
he's still inside of his house. He's not out on he's not sitting on his front porch with his dong out. He's not.
Right.
He didn't come to the door with it out. He passed out on his couch.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. His dick was out. That's time for the soundbite again. Here we go.
Yeah.
His dick was out.
There you go.
Well, hey, listen, the entire world pulled their dicks out for Harambe, right? So,
true. And still do.
All right.
That's funny. But no, again, this is where I disagree with him in the sense that he, in my personal opinion, and again, this is just me, chat, so take this with a grain of salt. I personally do not think that the man or the Austin guy, whatever his name is, I genuinely do not think that he intentionally did anything wrong. Okay? He passed out in his house, naked from the waist down. Okay? That's not a crime the last time I checked. And again, like what we were mentioning earlier, if you're a DoorDasher or any type of delivery person that works for, like Pizza Hut or Domino's or whatever, and you walk up and you see something like that, then yeah, that's going to be a bit off-putting, or that's something that you go and tell your buddies at work, right? Like, I saw a dude, his dick was out and he's passed out on the couch. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that you just yell back to your buddies about and just laugh at. You don't make SA allegations online and post the video online and zoom in on the guy on his couch. That's an invasion of privacy. That's exactly what that is. And if he is litigating against her or starting the process of it or whatever he's doing, or just, hey, he could just be laying low. Be like, you know what? I ain't fucking with any of this. I'm not doing it. No, I don't want the attention. Nothing. Then by all means, he has every right to do whatever he chooses to do with this. So, yeah, loose boxers with the loose fire thing, that's true. But the thing is though, Ivy, from the look of the video, he was naked from the waist down. That's what it looked like anyway. So, yeah, you could see cheek. You could see side cheek, I should say. So, yeah. But
handling it. Fact is, there's no way to prove that he intentionally did it, but there is absolutely a way to prove that she intentionally recorded him and posted it online. So, in the eyes of the court, in the eyes of innocent till proven guilty, she's the one in the wrong here.
Maybe the guy really is just that much of a fucking creep, but even then, you don't record it and put it on.
Hello, JC. Welcome. When I first heard about this, I thought he was actually jerking off, waiting for her. He was just asleep naked. Yes. Yes, JC. Yes. Now again, what we are talking about now, and I know that I've repeated myself a couple of different times, chat, so I'm sorry if I did, but what we are doing is that we're just looking at the story as it's being relayed to us now. There could be more info released later as to what exactly happened. Again, we won't know or be able to have more info anyway until the video is released, the ring footage is released, or unless he makes a statement. So, but yeah, for what we can tell, JC, he was asleep.
On TikTok because you don't know. You go to the police first. Because what are the police going to say when you tell them that you recorded a man's naked body without his consent and posted it for millions of people to see? It's not going to look good on you.
So I don't know what's going on there, but I didn't report this to the police last night because I wasn't sure of Doordash's process for like SA.
Okay, this is another thing that really fucking annoys me. She calls it SA multiple times, not just in this video, but there's a big video that comes later on, the most viral one that a lot of you have probably seen, where she refers to this as SA. It wasn't SA. Like, it just wasn't SA. The guy didn't the guy didn't touch you. He didn't even see you. If you want to call it harassment, if you want to call it indecent exposure, that's totally fine. There's an argument to be made there, but you weren't SA'd, and that's important, especially if you want to take this legally, because if you bring this to court under the pre-notion of SA, you're gonna get fucking chewed up and spit out. It's gonna be one of the easiest court cases for the other side to win ever. Like, not only did you record this man's naked body without his consent and post it to millions, but now you're also falsely accusing him of sexual assault. Alright, look, if my opinion's not making sense to you, I'll put it in like a really apt scenario for you. Hopefully this makes sense. Yeah. What has happened here is very similar to if someone was in a toilet or bathroom, as the Americans call it, and they accidentally left the door unlocked. If someone then walks in on said person as they're doing a poo or something, you know, sees everything and they go, oh shit, sorry, close the door, walk out. The person who walked in has not just been sexually assaulted. No crimes have been committed. That doesn't mean the person who walked in doesn't feel violated, right? They can feel violated, they can feel like shit, they can feel hurt because of what's happened. They weren't assaulted though. It was an innocent mistake. There was no ill will, there was no malice on either side. If, however, someone walked into the toilet with...
On her side more than anything, I would have to say, but I get his point.
Their phone out, recording the person using the toilet, and then proceeded to walk out, leave, and post that video online, and tell the world that they were sexually assaulted by said person, and show their face, show their body, no one would be on their side. If anything, it might even be more justifiable here, because this isn't a public toilet, it's a private domicile. Now, I do understand it's different, right? Because the door in the toilet presumably is...
No, Platinum, I do not show guest peener to invite them in. What the hell? No, Platinum, that's not a thing. No.
Is locked, right? They haven't left it wide open. But I think those scenarios are similar enough as to where hopefully you can see where I'm coming from when I criticize this lady. This is why, yes, as much as she is absolutely a victim for having to bear witness to something like that, the bloke is also a victim here too. And yes, she is absolutely a victim. Like, no matter what the situation was, that bloke laying in bed naked in front of the...
Okay, how was she a victim, though? Of an embarrassment? Of indecent exposure?
I'll tell you, she's a victim. She's a victim of her own stupidity.
True. I agree. I know. I 1,000% agree with that. But I don't know if that's what he's getting at here. It sounds like that he's, I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it. But no, I 100% agree. She is not a victim. He's a soy Brit. Yeah, that could be it too. I don't know. So, this girl is gonna become a meme. She probably already is, Dead Arm. I wouldn't be
It's already a
surprised if she
fucking
is.
meme. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
Because
she
like I
is.
said, when I was researching this and was searching, like trying to find anything, because like I said, they kept talking about there was this, the quote ring video, and I was trying to find that to whatever. I found just countless memes of people making jokes of her, like stumbling through the door, hitting the door and the door opening, you name it, anything and everything. It was just,
Mhm. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I have no doubt.
The fucking door. Like, it's impossible not to see him. That's some really, really strange shit. And as much as I'm being charitable because we don't know exactly what happened here, just because the intent might not have been to flash this girl, it doesn't mean that he was grossly irresponsible in order for it to happen. It's just it wouldn't really do much in a court of law because intent is so important, and you can't prove that he intended for it to happen. Because he is in his own home, even though the door was open, I think the court is far more likely to rule that it was, unintentional. Especially because he asked the Doordash driver to leave it at the door, right? Not to knock and then wait for him to come over, right? Leave it at the door. There's also so many other things, like maybe the door was a smidge open and the wind blew it. Like, there's so many things that could have happened here, and for her to jump to this conclusion, to jump to this like drastic level so quickly, is very irresponsible and it's very immoral.
If this was
That's what I said, right? Was he had left cracks? And here's something else too. And I'm just sitting here I'm playing this scenario in my head. I don't know about a lot of you guys in chat and stuff, but if you do indulge, if you have ever overindulged, right? You can get hot, right? Because the alcohol in your body, you get hot from, you know, your body processing. He could have had they were open just for, because there's been a time or two in Pete Paul's life where I've overindulged, and I'm like laying on a cold floor because you're looking for something cold. You want the coolness.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when you're sitting there praying to the old porcelain God, saying, "I'll never do this again. I swear to God, I'm never going to do this," and then you turn around and do it again. But that's beside the point. The point is the person could have just been really feeling the effects of the alcohol, and like I said, could have had it cracked to let the cool breeze come into his place, and the door blew it on open or whatever, or he's fucking inebriated and he thought it was cracked and it was really wide open. You don't know,
Exactly. Yeah. Again, like I said earlier, there were people that were saying that she did in fact open the door, but I haven't seen, and I shouldn't have said that for sure happened. That was my fault, chat. That was my fault. What I should have said is that we don't know for sure until we receive the ring footage and the video footage or whatever of said door. It's Doorgate right now, okay? That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, my God. Doorgate. Oh, God. Not another gate.
I'm just saying. It's true.
We're not, listen, we're still dealing with Collargate. We got to have a Doorgate now, too?
Yep, it's Doorgate.
No, Lord.
Doorgate and Collargate. Yep. That's what's happening. But yeah, so that's my fault for saying that she officially did it. I shouldn't have said that, Chad. That's my bad. But again, we need to know what happened, and we, again, like I said earlier, we may never know, or we won't know for a while. Maybe, I don't know. It all depends on what this Austin guy decides to do. So
that's another thing too, right? She gives the guy's name, first name, last initial, right? Or initial was last name. What? I don't know, man, but I'm saying I can see where she could be facing some legal issues here.
I can too. Yeah, and again, if he decides to do that, then all power to him. Just like with Saberspark, and KP, all power to Saberspark if he actually follows through and sues her, because he has every right to do so. Dumb bitch. Ugh. Anyway.
Was even reportable to the police in New York State because he was in his home. But after so many people told me to report to the police, I did. And I called the non-emergency line, and they sent a police officer over to speak to me in person.
Nice tweet. Thanks.
You're welcome. So this was I didn't know this. So this was in New York State. This occurred.
Oh.
She just decided. That's the first time I'm hearing. I mean,
Same.
that it's registering to me that that's what state this was from.
Huh. Yeah, she started. Well, from what I saw, she only showed his name, but still, I'm sure that we.
Yeah, in the very first video, where she's at the house and walking away, she has a thing on the screen. The texter said Adam. It was like Adam, and then they gave the first letter of his last name. So it was.
Mm-hmm.
So now.
Oh, and you know people are going to find that in a heartbeat, sadly.
Well, yeah, because then they got addresses and everything, because she showed the front of the house too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pantless gate. There you go. Pantless gate.
I think it should be called Pecker Gate.
Pecker Gate. That works too. Let's see here. We got Door Gate, Pantless Gate, and Pecker Gate. Okay, we got the top 3. Top 3. There you go, chat.
Person and watch the video that
You
I
heard it
have.
here first.
And then he asked me to email it to him, and he asked me if I want to press charges, like what do I want to come from this? And I said, yeah, if there are charges to press, I would prefer that because I don't want this to happen to somebody else again. And he understood that, the police officer, and then he went back out to his car, and then he came back to me and he told me, like, this is pretty much verbatim. It's not verbatim, but like it's the point that he said. He said he's not sure if there are charges that can be pressed at this point because he was inside of his house, and specifically
Bingo.
He said it's not like he came.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying he's inside of his house. It's not like he came, Yeah.
Again, like I mentioned earlier, if he would have came out, saw her, and decided to just chase her, and all of this other shit, and escalated it, and just started because again, we've heard of stories like that happening, sadly, but. Or whatever. I mean, not very many, but thankfully, but still. If he would have escalated it and if it would have turned into something else, then we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be here talking about that.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's reverse this. Let's say it was a guy doing the door dashing and it was a girl that came to the thing and was...
That's a good question.
Or he came and she was passed out on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would be hollering?
Don't know. I wouldn't think so. I truthfully, I don't know. It truthfully would just depend. But in my personal opinion, I wouldn't think so. But again, that's maybe just me. I don't know. There's several different ways that could go. And that is a good question. And that is a good, reverse, let's reverse roles here, right?
Yeah.
What if it was a half-naked woman on the couch and the guy was delivering food, right? Like, what would he do then? It's still not right. If he were to record her and all of that and do all that, he should obviously be held accountable for all of that too, 100%. But do I see a man reporting SA or anything like that? The likelihood of that is very slim, but it still could happen. I don't know. You know what, Seal? Hush. Khuck and Mr. Huck could be getting filthy on the floor and this chick saw. You know what? First of all,
mind your business, Seal. Seal, mind your business, okay? What the Hucks do in the privacy of their home is their business. You just mind yours. Thank you.
First of all, that would not. Oh my God. Oh God.
And okay, I'm gonna tell you why that's not even plausible. Why that will never ever happen.
What?
They got a kid.
Oh yeah, fair, yeah.
Kids are birth control. You don't ever get to have, once you have kids, sex ends. You can't. It's like if you try to slip away for like a little Sunday afternoon, it's like alarms go off in their heads. They come, mom, dad, and
Yep, been there, done that. Yep, so true. School daycare and camp are a thing. Go at me, girls. You know what?
No. Why do you think? No. Why do you think parents send their kids to their grandparents for like a week during the summertime? Because they got to make up for the whole year not getting to have no sex. They ship them off for a week, and then it's just like, it's on, baby.
Yep, I do. We do every summer. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Came up to his door with it out, or like his window with it out, or whatever. But it's like, come on now.
No, it's not like, come on now. That is very important, actually. You know, she impersonated the cop there in like a really douchey voice. I'd be willing to bet it was a lot more along the lines of like, there's not really much we could do here because he was in his own private domicile. It would have been much different if he, you know, did come to the door naked. That would have been far more different because that proves intent. No doubt she felt violated, and that's totally valid, right? You are a victim, no doubt. You know, there can be two victims.
Okay, violated is a bit strong. Uncomfortable, weirded out, freaked out even. That's fair. That's all of that is fair because again, that's a normal reaction to have. But violated or anything else like that, that's stretching it. That's just stretching it.
And two, I want to pause. This just came to my mind. Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Every so often, yeah, not
Did
religiously.
you ever see the episode where George Costanza, they're at this house party, whatever, and they've got a pool, and he was swimming, and so he got through swimming, whatever, and he's in the bathroom and he's changing, and he didn't lock the door, and a woman walks in on him while he has in a state of undress, and she's like, oh, and she looks at him, she goes, oh, I'm sorry, starts laughing and walking away, and he was like, the water was cold. There's shrinkage, right?
Yes.
If it's because they said it was like, what was it like? Was it 59 degrees or something like that? What it was Celsius? They said, or Fahrenheit, whatever it was. It was a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shrinkage. There's gonna be shrinkage, right? There was shrinkage. I'm sure there was shrinkage. So I mean, so then I'm asking, did she really even see anything? I mean,
good question.
The dude could have been turtled up. We don't know.
Yeah. He could have. Yeah, he very well could have been. That's another good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, violated is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
I will say that, but yeah. So
victims in situations like this. You know,
and for the record, no woman should be subjected to seeing a man naked unless they want to see a man naked. Let me be clear about that.
Agreed.
Okay?
Agreed. Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
All right.
Yeah.
Because listen, I've seen myself naked in the mirror. It ain't nothing to look at.
Same.
Okay. That's I understand.
Same with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, let's not get it twisted here, but
yeah,
So-
exactly. She was not violated. He was. Exactly. He was 100% violated. Yes.
he was. Now, I'm still a bit iffy on whether she was actually violated or not, but
I don't.
Yeah.
It's that is a stretch. It's like, again, circumstances that we know of, obviously with this and with what she's saying and what other people have been coming out with and speculating on and ripping her to shreds, rightfully so. Again, this is a very interesting situation. Is it anything that I would say out of the ordinary that, you know, commentary would cover or talk about or whatever? No. But with this, I don't know. This situation is just a bit unique in my opinion. Maybe a little bit, but not very much. But again, feeling violated is a bit of a stretch. He was violated. That I will agree with.
You know, they've both done really bad things here, to be honest. And you know what? I don't really like to use this argument very often, but for people who are, I guess, pondering why I'm thinking this way, imagine if you swap the genders and a bloke came to the door and found that a woman was sleeping on her couch with her tits and pussy out. If he then recorded that woman's body without her consent and then posted it to TikTok for millions of people to see, I don't think he'd be receiving nearly as much sympathy as this.
Yes, he will. Yes. Okay. No, okay.
In my mind, both the filmer and the naked person are both as immoral as each other, regardless of gender. And not only that, but
the guy's behavior, the guy's actions are questionable. But the woman filming him and putting him on social media, I'm sorry, far outranks him getting drunk
Yes, true.
and passing out with his dick out. I'm
Agreed.
sorry.
Agreed.
What he did was
Questionable.
uncouth. Uncouth. It's uncouth.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's not criminal in nature, and what she did is 100%.
No, and Zero, I agree. There's nothing immoral about being nude in your own home. Exactly. But again, people, we hit the nail on the head. What she did far outweighs what he did. 100%. So, yeah, I can see why you're finding him disappointing here, Rocky. I get it. But he was, truthfully, he was the one out of the other videos that I had found that seemed to be somewhat reasonable, because other ones were just flying off the handle and spouting out shit that I didn't really feel comfortable with. So he was the one that I found that was more relatable, I guess. But I think that, but also you got to remember though too, like I said earlier, he posted this about 2 days ago, and more info since then has came out, and maybe he'll make a retraction or some type of correction, who knows. But yeah,
I also think I wouldn't really understand if anyone thought otherwise. But if you do, genuinely, feel free to let me know in the comments, because I'm open to ideas.
Cold outside. It's pretty chilly. Your ceiling fan is on. You got all your lights on in your house. You got your front door open, right? You just ordered Doordash 15 minutes ago. And within 15 minutes of ordering Doordash and it getting delivered to your front door, you're asleep on the couch with your pants and your underwear to your ankles, your front door wide open, your lights on, it's freezing outside. Like, come on now. That is voyeurism. That is exhibitionism.
No, it's not. It is not. It is not exhibitionism.
What?
It's not. To be exhibitionist, you have to be doing it in a public place. He was not doing it in a public place. He was doing it in the confines of his house.
yeah, in public, ma'am. There's a difference.
And that's why the cop told her there was nothing that they could do, because he was in the confines of his house.
Exactly. Yep.
So
100%.
That was something against my own will that I was fulfilling for that man.
We just don't know that, though. Like, we just don't. Maybe that is what it is. And if you think a crime like that has been committed, you go to the police. You don't go to TikTok. You tell your employer. You tell the cops. You don't tell TikTok. Maybe you can tell TikTok after everything's done, but definitely not before. That's how you fuck any legal case up. If there was a case to be built here, you would have immediately fucked it by posting it to TikTok for millions to see. All you've done now is open the door for him to press charges on you, and probably win if he does do that. There's also the really unsubstantiated claim that he was pretending to sleep. Like, we don't know if he was pretending to sleep. How could you possibly know that? I think it's very obvious that the guy was either piss drunk or on some other substances. Maybe that's why the window was open, because he was so inebriated on whatever the fuck he was on that he was getting hot despite it not being that hot. I mean, why would the ceiling fan be on? The ceiling fan has nothing to do with someone looking in through the door. The ceiling fan doesn't make it any easier or harder for people to see him. The only reason you'd put your ceiling fan on is if you felt hot, which, if it was that fucking cold, why would he feel hot? I know I'm sort of guilty of what she's doing here by speculating what could have happened as well, but I'm not asserting anything for fact. I'm just bringing up possible scenarios as opposed to the dead set 100% this is what happened, this was his intention, that she is here.
And just to be clear, what I would lean towards being true. I do believe that her retelling of events is the most likely scenario, but the issue is there just isn't enough evidence for it. Which is why the whole crux of taking this issue to TikTok immediately, thinking that it was like an open and shut case, was such a huge mistake in my opinion. Like, the reason I'm getting so annoyed is that the most likely scenario here is that she has let someone who has done something absolutely disgusting kind of off the hook scot-free because of how she reacted to it. Because realistically, I do think this guy deserves punishment, but the way that he...
For what? No.
See, this is what I'm telling you. That's.
No. Thank you lost me there, sir. No. I don't think that he deserves any kind of punishment. No. That's... Again, and as people pointed out earlier, British laws are different from American laws when it comes to certain situations, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what his thought process was. I don't fucking know. But again...
So we're going back to Peepaw was right once again.
You know what?
I'm jerking your chain.
I know you are. You're fine. What did you just say?
Or am I?
I don't know if you are or not.
Hmm.
Are you kidding me? I just got your DM. Are you serious?
Yeah. I said I don't know. See what it says there on the screenshot?
Yeah.
So the video, I'm warning you, it's got copyrighted music. So,
okay.
if you don't want to get, but I don't know if that has anything to bear or not. I'm not someone that, I don't
think that has anything to do with it either, to be fair, but
I have seen some instances where it, you know what I'm saying? It does come into play because, if you kind of catch what I'm saying, but I don't know if it necessarily per se in this one.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what people sent. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, it's muted. Okay, so it's fine. All right, let me go back a minute. Okay, so this is what people sent. So
Jack
apparently,
can be the judge.
Yeah, Jack can be the judge. Yes. So apparently, she was called a wife beater, but she's a lesbian.
No. It's the shirt she's wearing is referred to as a in the South. It's referred to as a wife beater, right? That style of shirt, right?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, duh! I should have known that. I knew that, but I didn't think about that. But yeah, okay. And she says it's wife pleaser to you.
Yeah, she says, "Baby, I'm a lesbian," and like I say, I don't know if that comes into play. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just know that there are some that can be a little bit. I don't know if this has anything to, it may not have anything to do with prostituting in China. So
yeah,
whatever.
True.
But
oh my god, I haven't heard that in forever.
Well, that's because you don't hang around with enough old people like me, I guess.
Most of my family are Southern. You know this.
They call them wife beaters up there 2-0. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well,
yeah.
I that's fine. Well, she's from New York, so
I think it's colloquial, if I'm even saying that right, to certain people or to certain areas. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
Yeah, but
I think it's one of those. It's probably it's common, maybe a common name for it across the states or whatever.
Yeah,
so
I personally think that you should a little bit. Maybe I'm being a bit silly, but I think cops is to thank for that to a certain degree, anyway.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I would think that it didn't help.
He was recorded sort of mitigates all chance of that happening. I'm not annoyed because I don't think she's a victim. Quite the opposite, actually.
To the residents of that DoorDash customer to speak to him and see what his side of the story is, what he has to say about what was going on with him. And then another major factor that we're not even considering is that man lives in a duplex. In that video, you'll see another door next to his. That's another apartment unit right next to his. That could be a family. Anybody could walk out. See, listen, if I wasn't the target...
You're not a target, though! You're not a target. You never were.
Well, see that's been her premise from the get-go is she said that in one of the earlier videos, she says that he saw that it was a female driver and that's why he did what he did.
Yeah, no.
But see, that's
ridiculous.
Dare I say that's a victim mentality?
Yeah.
I'm a woman, and so I'm a victim. I'm a victim mentality.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not, she's not a victim. I think it was just, again, guy got drunk, did something stupid, passed out on his couch, and
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
That got blown way out of fucking proportion.
Now, Platinum Aether, I'm not saying that. And Khuck's not saying that. I don't know if she's a.
No, I'm not saying
that.
No. It's just, it's interesting that she says that she's a lesbian, and I don't know what the point of her saying that was. Like, what? Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, if you want to say it, that's you're more than welcome to say it. I'm just not going to say that.
No, I'm not either. Because again, I mean, based upon the situation, you can make your own decision about that, Jet. I'm not going to say that either. So yeah.
So here's another thing too, right? And Seal brings up something that I think is kind of important. Potential possibility. What if the guy was having some sort of medical situation and needed help or assistance in some way? You know what I'm saying?
Like, wait, I'm confused. Like,
maybe.
I'm going on Google.
Yeah,
I have
maybe.
to go back to Google.
That could be
and so instead of
like,
checking on the guy, possibly rendering, getting medical, first aid there to help him or whatever.
This lady or the lady that wants to wear her therapist
Clairmate girls. Thank you for the 5. I would say this lady. The lady the lady
who wants
that
to win their therapist as a skin? What?
Oh, do you not know that story?
There must be a story there that I don't know about and probably don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there is a story there. Long story short,
Great.
another wonderful TikTok lady who fell in love with her therapist or psychiatrist and literally wants to almost wear his skin. And we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. But yeah, no, in my personal opinion, I would say this lady. And since Peapod doesn't know who the therapist lady is, he will probably say her too. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. But yeah. So until you look into it yourself, which you can. But yeah, that story is wackadoo. Oh my god. That story is nuts. Thank you, Clairmate Girl Stuff, for the 5. I appreciate it.
Whacking it off, whether you're drunk or under the influence of any substances, with your door wide open regardless, because anybody could walk out and get assaulted from that, seeing what you're doing on your couch.
Ma'am!
So now he's whacking it off?
Again, even if he is in the privacy of his own motherfucking home. Like, who can... Oh, my God. Oh, God. It's so stupid. Why are these people real, people? Why?
Well, no, these people have always existed. Understand this. People like her, these kind of people have always existed. The only difference is nowadays we have this marvelous little tool that everyone walks around with in their hands. And used to, it was just a matter of, you would catch one of these out in the wild and you would video it and they put it up on E-Bombs World or something like that, right? But now they record themselves and do it because they don't understand just how, to a normal sane person, just how dumb they look. And what's even better is then they have other dumb people that come and flock around them and encourage them and just try to rationalize and say, yeah, no, you're right. You should 100% sue Doordash. You're going to automatically win. There was people in her chat, in her comment section, whatever, say you should sue Doordash. 100% you would win automatically.
Oh, I'm not surprised by that.
And she even had a thing up there on one of her videos had the text on the screen goes, time to sue Doordash question mark. Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
So.
Bruh, she would be laughed out and then some. Like, seriously, good luck. Good luck. And considering the fact that you said in your video about you getting fired that DoorDash was your only source of income, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Unless you were making well over 100K on DoorDash alone, which I highly doubt, good luck.
It could be a child. Anybody could come up on your porch and see that. Anybody walking by on the sidewalk and accidentally getting a glance would be a victim.
Yeah, I mean, no, she's right. Like, she is right about this. Is why it's such a gray area, because she is fucking correct there. It's not a good thing that he's done. It's fucking horrible. Like, it is disgusting. You cannot display yourself like that, whether it be intentional or not. It's just tough because he is in his own home, and that makes the laws so fucking fuzzy. But no, she's right. Like, anyone... She says assault, and obviously assault is very hyper...
It is not a gray area. She brings up something that, okay, yeah, could potentially happen if they were a family living next door to him, sure. But that doesn't change anything. That doesn't change anything, though. That doesn't change the situation. And no, Metal Man, I cannot start over just because you were playing Rivals. That's not my fault. Anyway, hi, Metal Man. But again, again, that doesn't change anything, Danky. Come on now, dude. Come on now, dude. You're better than this. I know you are. I've seen some of your content. You need to make some type of retraction on this video. And no, Katie Clism did not have a point. Shut up, Platinum. But Danky, come on. Come on.
Bullock. You're not a victim of assault if you see a man in his own home naked, even if the door is wide open, but you are a victim of something. And she is absolutely a victim of something. No doubt she felt violated. I'm not saying that she's lying about how bad she felt or how violated she felt seeing it. I just disagree heavily with the methodology of how she went about it. And I hope you can respect that, but, you know, it's one of them things, really. It's very divisive, in my opinion. Oh, you know what else I've just clocked, by the way? She said that he lives in a shared accommodation with other people. We don't even know if he's the one who made the order. Now, again, maybe he was. I think it is most likely that he is the one who made the order, but this is just more jeopardy as to why she shouldn't have made this so public in the first place. We don't even know if he's the one who made the order. It could have been someone else in that accommodation. Someone else who didn't know that their roommate was, or housemate or whatever was...
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, there could have been someone else in the house that actually did the order. You're right. That's right. I didn't even think about that either. This could have been just some bloke that was there and got pissed drunk and passed out on the couch. How about this? What if, here's a scenario. What if this guy and his partner, okay, partner could be unknown entity, whatever, right? They're on the couch and they're getting it on. A little quickie before the Doordash. That concludes, the guy passes out right soon thereafter. The partner goes to the bathroom to clean up, as one does after, you know, vigorous drunken sex. You know.
Oh God.
And they left the door open, whatever, so they wasn't even thinking. They were all both. Who knows? I mean, there's so much here that's unknown.
Yeah.
But I still can't. The one thing that I still can't wrap my brain around was she waited like, what was it? Was it a day or 2 days before she actually called the police about it?
I think so. Something like that, yeah.
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 I mean, wouldn't she be calling the police that night? Just a thought.
I go back to, honestly, if I was in a position where, and I delivered some pizzas to some pretty drunk people before, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you have. I don't doubt that.
And you know, you'd be like, dude, are you okay? Yeah. And then they give you a $20 tip. And you're like, okay, thanks.
Bye.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so for a college student, $20 tip on a pizza was, back then, was shit, damn good. But
right.
You know, I was like, so yeah, I don't know. I mean,
if this was the wrong address, that would be amazing. Oh my God, can you imagine if it turns out to even be the wrong address? Oh my God.
Oh my God. What if it was for the one next door?
Yeah, that's what he said too. What if it was for the one next door? Oh my God. Bruh, I can only imagine. Oh my God. Because again, we can think of all of these different scenarios because it's logical, and again, but we're also trying to apply logic to a illogical situation. Yet again, chat, that seems to be a reoccurring theme here the last couple of streams. But it's just, there's so many different things that could come out about this. It could come out that the door was open to begin with. She opened the door. It was the wrong address. It was the wrong dude that got the order. Who fucking knows? It's just, again, I don't think that we will ever know at this point, or not for a while anyway. I don't know.
Was sleeping naked on the couch in the living room. Anyway, this here is the 13.2 million view video that went completely viral recently.
Hey guys, so Doordash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job.
Okay, first and foremost, I wouldn't be posting that. I meant to say this earlier and I didn't. Shame on me. I wouldn't be posting this on social media. I'm just putting that out there. I would not be posting on my Facebook or my TikTok or Twitter that, hey guys, I just got fired from my Doordash job. I would not be doing any of that. Y'all know me to a certain degree. I would be keeping all of that quiet unless I absolutely felt that I had to say something. That's when I would. Other than that, I wouldn't say shit. you would not hear from me about any of that unless, again, I absolutely had to say something. Internet brain fucking motherfuckers, I swear. That's what gets you into trouble.
And they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So
do I hate clout? Metal Man, shut up. I have 0 clout, okay? 0, and I am okay with that.
Miss Huck, I'm going to have to bid you adieu. It is 10:30, and this old man has got to get to bed for work in the morning.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I figured it was getting late for you. Okay, well, thank you, people. I appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me hang out with you in the chat this evening.
No, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, sir. And I'm sorry that I stole the story from you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And that's okay. It's listen. It's not even my story. I mean, it's just a story.
I know.
So.
I know you're just messing around. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
But we will talk to you again soon, people. I hope, and we'll talk. You have a good night.
You know what I'm not messing around about though.
What?
My thumbnail was better.
Well, send it to me. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Did you see it? Hang on here. How do I do this?
My editor and my thumbnail artist made this. Thank you very much. You be nice.
Like hell. Like hell.
You're calling her out, and that's not cool, bro.
Who's your thumbnail artist?
Her name is Ash. She's from the Op Block. She's also my editor.
Where in the hell is my my Discord?
I don't know. What'd you do?
God, I know. Okay, there it is. Okay, it's back. And then I come over here. Do this here.
Platinum, I might just. And
then what do I go here? You would think a person would know what the hell to do. There we go.
Right?
There you go. But I doubt it. All right, I shared my screen.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, I did that. I don't have a thumbnail artist. I have to do this shit myself. Well, I'm not a fancy professional streamer like you.
I wouldn't say fancy or professional. That's in quotations, but okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. You stream like 5-6 nights a week.
That is not true.
You've got a growing, prosperous channel.
Well, yeah, growing, yes, prosperous, yes, I'll give you that, which I'm very lucky for. I caught,
and you got lots of supporters and fans and and people to come in and tell you stories about how they tried to jump into the van with candy and things like that. And so I remember when I used to have that type of stuff. I don't anymore, but I used to.
Well, you did. Oh my God, your streams were so fucking good. You need to bring them back, but I get it. Life has been nuts for you. I understand. So I get
I'm
it.
confused. Like,
oh, look at there! You hit a go.
Yay! Thank you, Metal Man.
Back to Google.
So what do they get? What do they get? What did you promise them?
Okay,
Metalman 87.
Shave your head.
$5. Look at that gold. Good thing I showed
Well,
up.
well, hang on. I thought I'd called into Lawcow. What the hell?
What are you doing?
They shave their heads and shit over there and get tattoos and stuff. What the?
You
What
did
is
not
this
call-
cheap Mickey
Sir?
Rinky Dink thing? What the hell?
Sir, you have been with me since day motherfucking one. You know better than that. Come on now. Shut up. Watch your stream. All right.
Oh, Danky Jabbo, they're probably, before it's all said and done, probably will, I don't know, probably have them both hung up by their toenails. So
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, because they're both just horrible peoples. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out. But thank you, people. I appreciate you, and you have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
all right, take care. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Some of those retards shave their heads for free. Shit, I'm not surprised by that at all, Rocky. Peepaw Riveter, everybody. Thank you, Peepaw, for joining me. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Had a good conversation. And listen, chat. Peepaw is Peepaw. I love Peepaw. He's the best. So we love Peepaw in this house. But yeah, so thank you, Peepaw, again. I appreciate it. Chat, for those that don't know, he is, and he's gonna yell at me for this later, I bet. But I've literally known of Peepaw now for going on 3 years here soon. If it's not already been 3 years. He is actually responsible, or partially responsible, for me streaming. Actually, I'm not, and that's not a lie. He got me my first monitor, or second monitor, I should say, which I'm still using to this day. And he encouraged me very much so to start streaming, and yeah, so he's part of the reason why I'm here. And I know he hates hearing that, but guess what? It's true. So, yeah, Peepaw was one of the people that really encouraged me to start streaming, and yeah, he even taught me some things too that I still use to this day with OBS and stuff. So yeah, I gotta give him credit where credit is due. So, yeah. Anyway, alright, chat. Let's finish this up here, shall we? Actually, you know what? Now that Peepaw has to go, I wasn't sure how long he was gonna stay here for. Let me fix my picture here. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's fix this. I don't know how this got all jacked up. Probably from me. Alright, so chat, I'm actually going to take the quickest of breaks. I am going to run to the restroom really, really quickly. I will be right back. If anyone wants to... I don't think anybody else is calling in, so I'll go ahead and exit out here in a minute. But I'm going to deafen, and I will be right back. Okay, chat. Eyes back. Hello. Yeah, I heard that, Metal Man, that apparently you can say fuck now in super chats. I heard that I think who said it? Somebody said it last night, I think. I think you might have, or somebody did. Alright, hold on, give me 1 second here. There we go. Alright.
Wait, I'm confused. Like, when I'm going on Google...
There you go, Metal Man. Thank you.
To Google the Google. Because, like, how am I supposed to get to Google's homepage?
Metalman87 super chatted $2. Fuck.
There you go. Let's go. Let's go. Would it not let you do that? I know that there were some certain words that they wouldn't let you say. I know damn was one of them that they would, and I think shit was one of them too that you could say. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't let you say fuck. That's so weird, but I'm glad that they do now. That's awesome. Oh, does it depend on the live stream? That's fair. That's fair too. So, all right, chat. Let's go ahead and finish this here, shall we? Here we go.
My chances of getting my account back. They have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while DoorDashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing.
Okay. That rage baiting and doing all of that does not help you in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Rage baiting and all of that does not help you. Exactly, Edgar. I agree. Girl needed to keep all this offline. I 100% agree. Rage baiting and doing all of this is not helping you. It's just making things worse. And the reason why she's doing it, chat, is because, again, like we talked about earlier, there are people out there who believe her.
Wait, I'm confused. Like,
Kickin'!
when I'm going on Google,
my favorite,
I have to go back to Google the Google. Because, like, how am I supposed to get to Google's homepage?
Kicken_the_Swede super chatted $2.12. Good fucking morning. Upside down face emoji.
Yay! What's up, Kickin? How are you, my dear? Kickin's one of my favorites. I'm just saying. Kickin is now officially part of the protected class on this channel. Just putting that out there. So, yeah. You mess with Kickin, you mess with me. I'm kidding. None of you would do that, I know. But thank you, Kickin. Hello. Good morning to you, my dear. Oh, yes. Everybody, listen. Listen, Linda. All of you are my favorites. Kickin is definitely one of them. Okay, I'm just saying. All of you are my favorites. Kickin is up there. Okay, I don't know who doesn't love Kickin, and if you don't, you're wrong. But yeah, so we love Kickin in this house. She is very much a protected class. Kickin is just more favored. No. Blue Jay's my favorite. Metal Man's my favorite. Seal, Zero, all of you are my favorites. Okay? Burn is up there. Burn is up there as one of my favorites. Actually, no, he's questionable. Yeah. Burn's questionable, but I think chat knows that and can agree with me. So, I don't give a damn. He can hear it now. You know what? In fact, he's actually in the Discord right now. I could pull him in here right now. I don't care. Too funny. If I had to choose, I can't choose. Blue Jay, I can't do that. Rocky, you know that you're one of my favorites too. Come on now. You guys are all my favorites. But yeah, I can't pick just one. I can't do it. I wouldn't feel right with any of that. I honestly believe her, but going online before LE is really... LE? What do you mean? I honestly believe her, but going online before LE is really going to ruin everything. Well, her going online herself, yes, is going to ruin everything 100%. Oh, law enforcement. Gotcha. Okay, I getcha. Yeah. She shouldn't have done that to begin with. I agree. 100% agree. So, hi, Burn. Hi, buddy. How are you? I'll tell you later, Burn. I'll tell you later.
Lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Okay, so as much as she's very emotional here, for good reason, like obviously you've just lost your job, the way to support your family, support yourself, it's a very stressful situation, but with all due respect, you deserve to get fired. The way you handled this situation was grossly negligent, grossly irresponsible. You cannot fucking do that. You cannot record people without their consent and post it to TikTok for millions to see. It's a bad look on Doordash, and obviously Doordash will not want someone like that representing their company. You losing your job is not an injustice in my opinion. Now, what they did fuck up on is not telling you why you lost your job. They should have told you immediately.
Okay. No, well... Okay, and that's where the debate comes, and this is where another questionable thing comes into play. Technically, DoorDash didn't have to tell them a damn thing. They could have just simply said, we are letting you go. Now, would that have been morally right to do? Probably not. I don't agree with that. That's not something that I would want to have happen to me or I would want to do to somebody else, right? But again, they technically, okay, and again, I would have to look this up here, and if I need to, I will. I don't think that they don't have to tell you why you're being let go. Yes, they're an at-will employer, Metal Man. They are, but again, I don't think that they have to tell you why you're being let go. They can I have heard of different situations where, not just with DoorDash, but with Uber Eats or with Grubhub or what's another delivery food service? Postmates. That's it. We don't have Postmates here that I know of, but it's any of those delivery services. They don't need a reason to let you go. They can just let you go. You can get a bad review. You can get a couple of different bad reviews, like randomly, and they can be like, yeah, bye, you're gone. Again, whether that's right or wrong, that's what they can do. It's well within their right to do. And so, but should they have told her that? Maybe. Yeah. But I think that, again, yeah, they didn't have to tell you jack shit. I feel like she's telling the truth. I think she handled it poorly, but I don't expect someone who went through that to be thinking clearly even days after. Maybe I'm sensitive though. No, Sharon, the difference is though, Sharon, and this is something that has been confirmed, right? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me still? Uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Okay, good. Okay. For some reason, my headphone went out on me. I don't know why. Hold on. Let me double check something here. Sorry, chat. Okay. Sorry. My headphone disconnected for some reason, so I just wanted to make sure. But anyway, okay. Back to what I was getting ready to say. Well, Sharon, here's the thing, and I don't know if you were here for all of this, and if you weren't, then I'll explain briefly. The problem is that she was not sexually assaulted. She dropped off from the video that she posted of the original TikTok. She dropped the food off at the door, and the door was open, and shortly after she left was when she claimed that she was assaulted. I'm sorry, but that is not sexual assault. She was on the porch dropping off the food, exactly, and she looked into the house. Again, we don't know if the door was open or if she opened the door herself. We don't know. As I mentioned earlier, and that was an error, I shouldn't have said this, that there have been people talking about how they have confirmation that she opened the door. That I'm aware of, I have not seen that myself. It has not been proven yet that she did or that she didn't. I said earlier in error that she did. I shouldn't have said that, and I take that back. But he was passed out on the couch, so again, she can be upset. She has a right to be upset, but she did this to herself. She did this to herself. She's the one that caused all of this hullabaloo to happen. Had she just handled it like a and just not made a big fuss about it, no one would be talking about this. No one. But here's the thing, internet clout is a hell of a drug, I guess. It's I don't get it.
Immediately. Here's why you're gone. You cannot appeal. What you have done here is unappealable. The fact that they left it vague and like fucking tiptoed around it for so long, unacceptable on their part as well. This is what I meant. Every party here has fucked up to an extent. But again, man, she's so quick to jump straight onto TikTok and tell them everything without going through the proper methods first. And again, she keeps referring to this as sexual assault when it was nowhere near sexual assault.
Yeah, they run the risk of seeing all sorts of things, not just dong, but naked women. They run that risk of seeing things that they don't want to see. It happens, right? But it's like I was mentioning to people earlier, like, what, you could just go back to your place of work and go, hey guys, guess what I saw, make a joke out of it. Or you can just ignore it and say that it was a weird situation, and maybe potentially if you get an order like that again from that specific area, maybe see if you can avoid it. Here's another thing, chat, that I literally just thought of just now, and I don't know why we didn't talk about it before. Here's the thing, chat. Here's the difference. With DoorDash and with Uber Eats and with any of those food delivery companies, right? You can pick and choose which areas you decide to go to. You can. Depending on how much, again, this is just from what I hear of other people and from what Mr. Khuck has told me about it. Depending on how much they tip you, like let's say, for example, that you get an order that is 20 minutes away, right, from where you're normally at. If they tip you well enough, like let's say that they give you like a $5 tip or a $10 tip extra for you going the extra distance, right? Sometimes it can be worth it. Sometimes not. Just depends. But if you're a seasoned delivery driver and you know the particular area and you don't like that particular area, you don't have to go. You don't have to pick it. You don't have to choose to go to that location. She chose to go to that location, right? Which again, that's not her fault. She didn't know what she was going to walk into. I'll give her that. But she still chose that area. She still chose to take that delivery. Right? Again, that's not her fault. She didn't expect for any of that to happen. I'm not saying that she did. But still. She could have chose, and it could be argued if she were to bring this up in court and sue him or whatever, or sue DoorDash. Well, I chose this area to deliver at, and they could come back and say, well, you didn't have to choose to go there. There's several different scenarios that could be held against her for all of this. All of it. I thought that they got to choose to deliver or not on every order, regardless of where it is. Yes, that is true. Yes, Zero. Yes. They can choose on where they decide to go to. Again, I'm not saying that she knew that this was going to happen. Obviously, she didn't. Not blaming her for her taking the order where she did. But again, I'm just saying that can even be held against her if she brought this to court with DoorDash. That could definitely be used against her. I agree about the posting, but I still think this is sexual harassment. I'm happy that his account was deactivated, and I don't know if it already exists, but maybe they should add reports on customers. Sharon, I don't know. We don't know. I don't agree with it being sexual harassment. I don't. Given the situation that we know of now, and with what has been talked about, I don't think that it was sexual harassment. Was she uncomfortable? Was it a bit weird? Was she weirded out by it? Yes. She has every right to feel that way. But Sharon, I highly recommend, if you have Twitter, which I'm not sure if you do or not, I highly recommend going to find the the video, the first video that she posted. It's up there. It's up there. So, or you can go back and watch the beginning of Denki's video where he shows it, and you can make that determination. But from what I've seen of it, I do not agree with it being sexual harassment. I don't. Yeah, I chose to go to this neighborhood, look in the house, potentially opening the door, not call the police, record it, and post it online. Facts. Facts. That's exactly what she did. Yep.
Her inability to even acknowledge a little bit how she might have fucked up just a tiny bit here, even if she still believes that she was assaulted, which I'm not, she definitely does believe it. She does feel victimized, and she does feel hurt, and she does feel violated from what happened. But if she can't even acknowledge that she made the tiniest mistake here, it really doesn't help her case either. Like, for her to believe that everyone else here is at fault and that she handled this situation completely maturely and completely perfectly, it's a level of delusion that doesn't look good in my opinion. Now, at this point, everyone was on her side, including me, by the way. I didn't know the full story when she first uploaded this video, much like you probably didn't. So when she first uploaded that, it went on my For You page, just like it did everyone else's, and I sat there thinking, fucking hell, poor woman, I can't believe Doordash would do something so fucked up. And everyone was on her side by this point, because the original video had been deleted, people don't really know what happened yet, and whilst everyone was still on her side, she made this video as a response to everyone telling her to sue Doordash, which, if the story went down exactly how she is portraying it, would be a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
So yup, I really lost my job. Within less than 24 hours after me submitting my appeal, they denied it. And in the email, they said, you can respond to the previous email that you received, explaining the reason why you were deactivated.
I mean, on a real, if you make a 13 million view TikTok and there are hundreds of thousands of comments and likes to those comments talking about boycotting DoorDash, not downloading it, chatting shit about it, why would they ever accept your appeal? You are doing irreparable damage to their company with videos like that. Again, man, she's
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Again, she's not helping herself in any way, shape, or form. She's not. She's not helping herself with any of this. And, gee, I wonder why she hasn't posted anything on her TikTok in 5 days. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because you actually, got smart about it and decided not to post just anything and everything on your social media. I'm muted in Discord, Zero. That's why. I'm still in Discord, but I'm definitely in Discord. But again, that's why you don't post everything to social fucking media. That's why you don't report anything and everything to your TikTok, to your Facebook, to your Twitter. This is exactly why you don't do any of that shit. Because it can end up blowing up in your face. And Sharon, I'm going to bring up something actually that you pointed out earlier. I don't agree with it being sexual harassment. I don't. But let's say that it was. Let's say that it did turn into and it escalated, and I brought this up earlier. Let's say that it did get escalated to the point to where he was chasing after her, or he was being very, very aggressive towards her. That would be a completely different story. Right? That would be 100% a different story. But that still does not... But with the situation that happened that we know of, that still does not give her the right to record this person and to do what she did. And yes, Neon, we are watching the BPD DoorDasher vid. What's up, Neon? How are you? Yep.
She's too quick to do things without actually thinking about it first or going through the proper authorities. Like, if she never posted the original video and just recorded it maybe, none of this would have happened. She'd still have her job. The guy also probably would have been punished as well. Blowing things up on social media now and using social media as like the first outlet to report a crime, I think is quite harmful. I don't think you should never go to social media, especially if it's like a big creator, for example, because those big creators are obviously, they're around people constantly, they have people constantly messaging them, so exposing someone like that I think is warranted a lot of the time. But a complete nobody stranger like this, there was no reason to bring it to TikTok that early. If you had opened that door and fucking Dan TDM was behind it, then yeah, go for it. Go for it. Probably not first. Go to the police first, but I understand it a lot more. But it was just some fucking random, some stupid bloke with a silly American flag on the wall, probably pissed out of his mind. I just don't understand why you thought it would be a good idea to bring it to TikTok first. Surely there
I don't understand that either. I don't think that anyone, and that's the thing, and again, we may not understand it, but again, chat, like I said earlier, Internet clout is a hell of a drug. Just putting that out there. Internet clout is a hell of a drug. What, again, we don't know what her intentions were, if she had any. Who the fuck knows? But it's just, yeah. It's very stupid. Yeah, attention. That's also a good point there too, Dead Arm. Yeah, exactly. Attention. People being behind her, which again, there are people, as people mentioned earlier, there are people who support her that are just looking at everything blindly and not looking at everything with the full facts. Vincent! They're just taking her word for it. Vincent, excuse me. Just putting that out there too.
Must have been a red flag when you were editing a video of a man's naked body without him knowing that you'd recorded it. Like, if just seeing a naked body without your consent counts as sexual assault, does that mean that we have all been sexually assaulted by you because you've shown us the video? It just wasn't a good idea, man. Like, I know I keep bringing it up, but because the thing is, I don't dislike this woman. It's just very clear that she's quite naive and handled the situation wrong after genuinely feeling violated from something that is a very frightening experience. That's why, despite all the wrongdoings, I have to empathize with her a little bit. Because again, I need to make it abundantly clear that I do not believe that this was unintentional. But it could have been, and that's the point.
I never got the email. So last night, I contacted one support agent. We sat on the phone for 25 minutes, and then she transferred me to the community response team. The person on the community response team told me that was the highest team I could get to. There's literally nobody else she could transfer me to. I could hang up the phone and call back and then get transferred to the community response team again. So I sat on the phone with her for another 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I thinking so too, Rocky. Yep. I'm sitting here wondering if what I learned from communications will stick. Now I watch dirty laundry videos with scrutiny. True. Yep. Very, very true.
And she told me that she couldn't tell me. There's no way that they could tell me. With the reason I just lost my job.
Now again, it's also difficult to blame her as much because she isn't being told by her employer why she got fucking fired. If Doordash told her straight up, we are firing you because you uploaded a video on your TikTok in front of millions of people, a naked man's unconsenting body, I'm sure she has the wherewithal to sit there and go, you know what, maybe I fucked up, fair enough. But Doordash isn't fucking telling her that, so now, because she still feels violated, she still feels hurt, she still feels as though she's been SA'd, as much as we don't think that, we weren't the ones in that situation. She's obviously so emotional about it that she feels as though she's been SA'd. As much as that might not have happened, she feels as though it's happened, and that is important to remember, because that explains why so much of the behavior here can be seen as irrational, right? So her, it's not irrational, she's just gone through something fucking horrific. Doordash have fucked up
Okay, again, yes, should she... Oh my god. Could this have been way, way worse? Yes. Thankfully, it wasn't. But that is not the point. That is not the point. Something horrific? Again, that's a bit of a stretch.
Unbelievably here by not just fucking telling her what happened. Like, why wouldn't you just tell her? It's ridiculous. There's so much...
Because they don't have to. They don't have to. She should have known why she was being let go. Again, you just said so yourself like less than 2 seconds ago. She should have been able to put 2 and 2 together and say, oh, maybe it was me posting that video on TikTok when I shouldn't have. Maybe it was that. A logical person would think that, I would think. But we're not dealing with somebody that's logical. We're not. So, and again, Doordash doesn't have to tell her a goddamn thing. They don't have to. Again, morally, should they? Sure. Sure. That can definitely be argued. Absolutely. But within their guidelines or within their protocol, no, they don't have to.
Many things that are fucking, like, the man, no matter what the intention was, being in that position with the door wide open, fucking ridiculous. Her first thought being to upload his naked body to the internet.
Yes, Sharon, exactly. Now you're getting it. Yes, exactly. And again, Sharon, I highly, if you would like to get a full picture, a fuller picture, I highly suggest going to watch Janky's video at the beginning when he shows the full video. If you did that already, then then you saw it for yourself. But if you haven't, I highly suggest that you do.
Fucking ridiculous. Doordash not telling her that she's been fired for doing so, also fucking ridiculous. That might be the worst one, actually, because that's a whole huge company with hundreds of people working there, and not one decided to do the right thing. They cannot complain.
Bruh. Again, Danky, you're taking it a little bit too far there, my guy. Being a little hyperbolic there. Just a little bit. Because that's not what happened. Now, again, to be fair, a little bit to Danky here, he posted this video, like I mentioned earlier, and for those who missed it, I'll say it again just for your sake, that he posted this about 2 days ago. And some newer information has came out since then. So maybe he'll make a retraction video or maybe a retraction statement. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But again, just being a tad bit hyperbolic there, my guy. Just a little.
That they're getting bad press either because they are not doing the right thing.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday.
You are lucky that they didn't just straight up delete your entire fucking page after you uploaded a naked man's unconsenting body to their platform for millions to see. The fact that you only got a strike because of that, I think that's bad. I think you should have been taken down. TikTok taking her down after that first unhinged video.
I agree. Now you're making some sense there, my guy. I agree. I think that she should have been taken down too. Abso-fucking-lutely. 100%.
Would have prevented all of this too. You don't let someone like that stay on the platform, someone who's that clearly uneducated on what they should be doing in situations like these, because that's what led to this whole fucking mess. So TikTok's in the wrong here as well, but just not for the reason that she thinks. They should have gone harder after that first video, in my opinion.
I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing, and if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done!
Of course the police are doing nothing, because you weren't sexually assaulted. Of course, like I said, she thinks she's been sexually assaulted, so the fact the police aren't doing anything makes a lot of sense why she's angry at that, because in her mind, they are doing nothing at the face of a blatant sexual assault. However, for everyone on the outside looking in who wasn't a victim to this crime, yeah, of course the police aren't doing anything. They're probably in their office talking about how you are the one who is wrong. Like, oh, how the fuck are we gonna deal with this woman? She's so wrong, but she thinks she's correct here. Like, she really thinks that she can win a case illegally and that we're the incompetent ones when, fuck me, there's just no getting around this. I know this is like a cliche thing to say, but
Wookie, I swear to fucking God, I think she is not smart enough to date JF Creepy. Do you think that she would be called out by her family that she's too retarded? Oh my God. You know what? Oh my God, Wookie. That opens up the door to so many different thoughts and questions that I have. Jesus.
But this lady needs to take a break from the internet. Like a good long break.
This is a man's world! I'm the victim! Remember? I'm the victim! And they took down my video. They were gonna have...
Okay. Ma'am, let me give you a little bit of advice here. Okay, may have done that so already, but again, I don't claim to be the, expert when it comes to, social media or posting stories on TikTok. The only thing that I've posted channel-wise on my TikTok is some shorts. That's it. It was the Badwick short and the Mitt short that, was made about a year ago now. Okay? I don't know what it's like to post on TikTok because I don't do it. But I would think that you doing this, rage baiting people, is not helping your story. And for the stupid people out there who are just taking your word for it, I'm sorry, but they need to go touch grass. They just, no. You do too, but you just need to stay offline. Is what I'm thinking. So
have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were gonna have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. They took that right down.
Good.
Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
I mean, look at how angry you're getting that you didn't...
Oh yeah, Neon, I can too. I can 100% smell the hysteria in this one. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Get paid for borderline revenge porn. Maybe not exactly, but...
No, I'm not running a fashion channel on the side, dead arm. If I was, I would talk about it. I mean, duh. What are you not a fan of? What word? Hysteria? Why Edgar Allan Poe? I'm just curious.
But if you play fast and news for the definition, I think what you did can fit into that category. I did some research after recording, and this scenario doesn't quite fit the legal category of revenge porn, but the laws that have undeniably been broken here by her were unlawful distributions of intimate images, as well as voyeurism and invasions of privacy. And if she actually were to have entered the home, it would have been trespassing as well, but I don't think she did, so I'm not going to say that. So the fact that you're sat there screaming, like genuinely angry, irate that TikTok that you didn't get fucking paid for uploading it, you need to take a look at your own character here as well. Like, I'm talking when this is all over and you had a couple months to stew on it, really look back at this time in your life and think, like, where did I
Oh, Hysteria has a bad, dark history against women. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough.
fuck up, but how can I prevent this in the future? I think one of the biggest issues here is the complete lack of self-awareness. Like, if she was a little more self-aware, I think it would be infinitely easier to side with her in a lot of these cases. But I also don't think that she'd be, treating it the way that she is if she was that bit more self-aware.
Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So
I mean, there's also the part where you're talking about sexual assault, you're talking about heavy subjects, you got a man's naked body on camera. Like, these videos are getting 12.5 million views. I'm sorry, you're not being fucking suppressed, lass. Everyone knows about this. You are not being suppressed. You, as someone who fucked up royally, is getting about 1 billion times more airtime than people who were genuinely...
Okay, can I glance over to the neighboring house and saw my neighbor getting up from his bed naked? Was I sexually assaulted? Kicking? No. No. I would have to say no. But if you were weirded out, then that's 100% accurate, and I don't blame you. But no, I'd have to say that you were not sexually assaulted. I'm just, yeah. So, unlawful surveillance. Yeah, that's something too. Yeah, absolutely. What'd you say, Edgar? Yeah, it's just historical connotations of it towards women. Ah, gotcha. Oh, okay. No, I gotcha. No, that's fair. 100% fair. I getcha. I understand. Okay. Fair enough.
Sexually assaulted. Like, I'm sorry, lass, but you're really not coming across well here.
I'm gonna try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked.
What? You would have not been given a lobotomy. Whatever.
Like, when I'm going on Google, I have to go back to Google to
Metal
Google
Man, thank you for the 2.
Because, like, how am I supposed to get to Google's homepage?
Metal Man 87 super chatted $2. Why are all these animals naked outside?
That's a good question. Thank you for the 2. Very good question.
So, on October 12th, 2025, the Doordash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open. Their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes.
Who would have thought that a naked man's butt, even with his consent, you can't put that shit on TikTok, man? How do you not understand this? People are so quick to believe that she just found the door wide open. Have you all considered the fact that she might...
Wait, what? If you had depression... Oh, you absolutely would have gotten lobotomy. Oh, yeah, back in the way long time ago. Yeah. That's true. Wookie, I swear to God. You need Jesus.
Might have pushed it open instead. I really don't want to go that far because there's no evidence for it. I don't think she had any reason to open the door. I just don't see why on earth she would do such a thing. People like this commenter are so quick to give charity to the guy and be like, oh no, there was no way what he was doing was intentional. This was a pure mistake and he's the only victim here. So I'll give this man like all the charity in the world, but then they won't even believe the woman when she says that she found the door wide open. Like, this is what I meant at the start of the video when I said, like, yeah, there's a lot of misogyny and just not wanting to believe victims involved here. As much as she made mistakes, she is still a victim. And he...
No, she's not. No, she's not. Danky, I would love to have a conversation with you. You probably will never ever see this ever. But if you happen to see this, I would love to have a conversation with you about this too. Let's go. Because she is not a victim. And I stand 10 toes down on that.
He still probably intentionally did what he did. It's just that the probably there is so important. I think, again, this is just people wanting to see this as...
Oh no, Keegan! He runs over to my house and saw me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god. Well, you turned into something funny at least. I'll give you that. Oh, that's great. Well.
This is a black and white situation where one person is like an obvious victim and one person is an obvious villain. No, the door was wide open. I fully believe that. They're both victims here. If the door was only slightly open, she'd be completely in the wrong. The door being wide open really is like, that is the thing that makes her a victim as well. That's why I have sympathy for her, for sure. Like, that's why she's crashing out. That's why she's wilding out in all these videos, because she does genuinely believe that she is a victim of sexual assault. And I completely understand why she feels violated, but that doesn't mean I agree with how she's going about it.
But yeah, I reported it to Doordash, and Doordash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, Doordash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my Doordash account back. Doordash deactivated me. Doordash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting, because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing.
TikTok has given you 200,000 new followers and like 100 million views. You're not being punished by TikTok. You got 2 strikes, but they were fucking really well deserved, and they probably should have given you more. The fact your account is still up is a fucking miracle, and the fact that you don't realize that is bewildering, in my opinion. You've turned a situation where you are the biggest victim into one where he's probably the biggest victim here.
Hi, Kyrez. How are you? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. There are levels of indecency. It's like if your finger isn't peaky. Oh, well. Yeah, Kyrez, exactly. Maybe you shouldn't have posted a dude's dick, 100%. Yeah. Don't let this bitch near your door. True.
Sucks because he may have genuinely intended to indecently expose himself to you. But now you've handled it so badly that even if he did have nefarious intentions, he's still the fucking victim here.
Like, I'm about to lose my account. I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim. Right?
No, you're not.
Is this making sense to any fucking body?
Oh, it just makes me sad, man. It just makes me sad how clearly she can't see. She just can't see what's happening.
But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's really making me feel so validated and seen and heard, and that's really helping me through this tough time. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update is, last night I was made aware, a bunch of people started commenting on my pages that Doordash made a public statement about me.
Okay, she's a lot more chill in this video, and when you see the public statement, it's very easy to see why. So let's have a look at it first before we finish this, yeah? We've seen some tough and sensitive posts over the past few days, and we want to clear the air. No one should...
Okay, so for those that missed it earlier, I was sent this earlier by Peepaw, that this is Doordash's statement. This is Doordash's statement. So we went over this earlier, but here it is again for your reference.
Ever have to experience sexual assault, harassment, or abuse, and Doordash never deactivates someone's account for reporting it. Full stop. We take these reports incredibly seriously and work closely with law enforcement to investigate and support those affected. In this case, the Dasher let us know about an experience that made them feel unsafe, and that's exactly what we always want Dashers to do. Our team immediately began investigating and has been in direct contact with law enforcement and is prepared to fully support any of their efforts. She even admitted as well that they also banned him from the platform completely. So it's not like they just completely fucking ignored this and did nothing at the story either. However, posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is the sole reason that this Dasher's account was deactivated, along with the customers, whilst we investigate. We've also ensured that the Dasher has full access to their earnings. So that paragraph right there, completely fair enough, makes total sense. I don't have a problem with that in the slightest. Both of the accounts deserve to be deactivated. She deserves not to work in that place anymore. Unfortunately, she sort of fucked it now, because now millions of people, tens of millions of people know who she is. It might make applying for jobs in the future very difficult. But again, Doordash, you fucking suck as well. Why are we finding out the reason she was fired at the same time that she is? She should have known this the fucking second that she got fired. Why is she only finding out a week after, a couple days after?
Again, they didn't have to tell her. Like we mentioned earlier, the reason why they are mentioning it now is because of how viral this got. That is the only reason why.
ridiculous. You can't just fire people without telling them why. That's not how any job works. All right, now we'll finish the rest of her video.
And on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details, but what I am going to say is I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting you know this right now. The people that saw their public statements and made me aware that they made those public statements knew why I lost my job before I did.
And that is completely unacceptable. I accept that completely unacceptable. No way in hell that should have been what happened. Doordash could have
Don't agree, but hey.
prevented a lot of this if they just told you straight up from the beginning. That does not negate you of any responsibility here. They also have responsibility too.
Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements, like literally within the same hour. So they sent me my deactivation email explaining my reason for being deactivated a whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I already submitted my appeal, and about 12 hours after they had already denied my appeal. They finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me. So I and the rest...
Nintendo Mail, no. What is she a victim of? Herself? Khuck, thank you, knows jack shit. There are plenty of other types of jobs that can and will fire you without reason. If they see fit, I've signed so many agreements in the past. Yeah, that's true. So have I. Yeah, exactly. Why would they share info with a walking lawsuit? Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's all of it. Listen, again, and I mentioned this earlier, the guy, in my personal opinion, did nothing wrong. Okay? Was it weird? Was it cringe? What he did? Abso-fucking-lutely. Was it embarrassing? Yes. Yes. But he ultimately, in my personal opinion, did nothing wrong. Nothing nothing intentional, right? He did not deliberately walk up to the door and see her and go, "Hey, look at my dick." He didn't do any of that. Right? He didn't do that. If he would have, like I said earlier too, that would have been a way different scenario. So...
rest of the world. We all found out why I lost my job together.
But she's still completely in denial, as you can see by the comments, though. The statement implies you shouldn't have taken evidence of your assault. That's so insane, I'm sorry. That is not what the statement implies at all. The statement literally said that taking evidence and telling these stories and telling Doordash that you feel unsafe is totally fine and encouraged even, but the issue was posting it to TikTok for millions of people to see, especially when you don't know all the details of the actual case, which is completely fair enough. But she loved that comment, so she still thinks that she's done nothing wrong. And she will think that, right? When something like this happens, you don't just immediately change your mind. It'll take, if she does end up changing her mind, it'll take a few weeks at least. But I really hope that eventually she does come to find that even though she is a victim and that she was violated, she is also in the wrong here. I think we should take a look at some of the biggest responses to this whole drama by some other TikTokers so we can get some other perspectives, if that makes sense.
Because you can't walk into somebody's home, even if their door is open, see them asleep on the couch, that they are naked, take video footage of it, put it on the internet and say, "Oh my God, this man is harassing me." And then, when both of you get kicked off a Doordash for it, him for the thing and you for the privacy violation, get on the internet and say that they fired you because you were reporting sexual harassment and that you were being harmed and they're shutting you up. That's not how it works.
Thank you.
You went into their open, admittedly, but without permission, home, found them asleep, nude, in their home, took video, put it online, and said they were assaulting you. Hundreds of thousands of views are on those videos. You think Doordash doesn't have a lawyer in their back pocket going, "I want income for everybody that we lost, for every DoorDasher that we lost money on who canceled their accounts and got refunds from us for this, I want that money from her." Or a person whose privacy was, I don't care if the door was open. I don't care if they were naked like, it's their fucking house. Who knows how fucking tired they were? You don't put somebody naked.
It was their house. Maybe they were tired or whatever, but still, you don't, like, the fact that the door was open is unacceptable. This is why it's not completely on her. Like, he is all, I'm not saying he's a piece of shit, but he can be negligent here. And maybe he was a piece of shit. Like, let's not rule out the possibility that maybe he was doing this with complete malice in mind. In fact, once again, I'd say that's the most likely scenario. The fact that it might not.
Okay, Danky, no. Danky, no. That this is where you lose me, sir. Everything else, almost everything else that you have said is pretty much spot on. But this is where you're losing me. You're playing devil's advocate for this woman when she doesn't deserve it. And yes, Edgar, he had a shirt on from the looks of it. Yes.
not have been is the problem. And also, I hope DoorDash doesn't sue, because they need to accept that they have some responsibility here too. I see a lot of comments questioning, like, oh, well, we have no proof that DoorDash didn't tell her why she got banned.
Yeah, he was naked from the waist down. At least from a point, from the look of the video.
Or whatever. I completely believe her when she says that DoorDash didn't tell her, because all these fucking online, like, YouTube does the exact same thing. And I've had it so much time from YouTube. I know people have had it so much from YouTube. I highly doubt that DoorDash is any better in terms of customer service, or in terms of, like, creator to employer service, because obviously they prioritize the customers. It makes sense, but, like, yeah, they should have fucking told her, and I believe that they did. When she says the first she heard of why she got fired was at the same time we did, yeah, I believe. And I would urge, by the way, for people in the comments, because whenever I bring up topics like these, everyone in the comments is so quick to go, oh, well, you've clearly never been sexually assaulted, when, like, someone leaves a comment defending the man or whatever. I don't want that in this comment section. Like, let's not assume these incredibly personal things about each other, please. People shouldn't need to begin every comment with, as someone who was sexually completely out this very personal part of their life, before they're allowed to have an opinion on something like this, which is a very grey area. You know, one where I think you would be insane to think that not one person has done anything wrong. Like, if you think that this girl handled it perfectly and she's done nothing wrong, I think that's crazy. I think if you're more on her side, that's fair enough, I can get behind that. But if you think she's done nothing wrong here, I just don't understand what you're thinking. But if you're one of those people who think that, then genuinely, I would love to hear your opinion. So let me know in the comments. But anyway, yeah, I hope I made my thoughts relatively succinct here. I hope I made my point clearly. This is a very complex situation, so I understand if people disagree with me in points. I would highly urge you to go into the comments and healthily discuss this with other commenters, as well as me. I'll be responding, because this is a very morally grey area, in my opinion, where I think everyone has fucked up to an extent, but this lady just needs to develop some self-awareness. It would really help everyone, in my opinion. Once again, I don't want any personal attacks in the comments, or, like, huge assumptions about people's lives and backstories. I don't think that's appropriate at all, so please don't do that.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier too, Kyrez. Yeah, it could have been his roommate. It could have been, you know, even the speculation of it going to the wrong address was also a thing being said too, that we said earlier. Yeah. It could be, there's multiple different situations that could have occurred from this. Absolutely.
That's like I see all over the fucking internet, and it boils my blood. Like, someone will leave a comment and they'll get a response from hundreds of people being like, well, obviously you've not been through this, you've not been through this. It's like, you don't know that. You don't know that. Don't assume that shit. Just because they disagree with you, it doesn't mean that they've never gone through anything in their life. And saying that to someone who has gone through some shit can be really, really, really shitty. But yeah, either way, I think that's all I have for this video, so hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're uploading proper consistently, another video tomorrow. But for now, I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye.
All right, chat. So there you go. There you go. Oops, wrong one. So there you go. There's the video. So, again, I think that what he had to say in there were some good points, but I do not agree that she was a victim or anything of that nature. I think that that's a bit much. So, there you go. Take it for what you will. But alright, chat. Well, if there's nothing else here, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to go talk with Mr. Khuck for a little bit. So, you all have a fantastic rest of your night. That's all that I had for you tonight anyway. So, I appreciate you all. Thank you to my members. Thank you to my lurkers. Thank you for all of your donations. Thank you to, of course, to Crazy Cat Lady for the 20 gifted members. You guys are amazing. I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, so that's all I got. Again, oh god, what was I gonna... Embry? No. So, Embry, no. No. That's funny, though. So, but thank you guys again for coming out tonight. So, no stream tomorrow. Unless something changes, unless my night ends up being a little less hectic, I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully I will see some of you on Thursday night for the Rose Malay conversation. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys again. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, chat. Oh, G. Lee raid? Oh, yeah, you know what? Is he live still? Hold on. Hold on, stay with me. Is G. Lee still live? Is he? Okay, good. Okay, hold on. I gotta do it this backwards ass way. I don't know why. Hold on 1 second. Okay. see if I can go back through here. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, with the way that this new outline is, it's dumb. So I can't. Okay, I can't do it the way that I wanted it to. So anyway, but thank you guys again, chat. Thank you guys again so much. Gonna raid into Jay Lee. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye.